Hello, welcome everybody to Chaotic Wonderful. This evening we are playing a wonderful game of Orbital Blues for y'all. But before we get into that, let's introduce y'all to our wonderful cast. Let's start off with Wombat with Ben on deck.
Hello, everybody. Once again, as always, I am King Dapper Wombat, and I am the Dungeon Master and showrunner of the Tales of Adventure Agents of Boo podcast. But here in this role, I'm going to be, I should say, something a little bit more forceful.
Great. Now let's go over to Ben with Jelly on deck.
Ready, everybody? Hey, everybody, I'm TT Benjamin. You can find me on Twitter at TT Benjamin1. I'm the host and Dungeon Master of the Lawful Great Adventures podcast, a Pathfinder First Edition podcast about four friends on a long journey home. You can also catch me on Thursdays on Atomic Zero streams, as per Genesis Revelation, and on Roll for Chaos, the stream on Friday, Delinquents. Tonight, I will be playing your dealer. That's right. I'm all the bad guys.
Woo!
And the good guys.
But
and the
mostly
good
bad
guys that become the bad guys. And the bad guys that become the good guys.
Question.
Yeah.
Man's got
drama.
range.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ben. Let's go over to Jelly with Logan on deck.
Hi, I'm Jellyfish Lines, Jellyfish Line. Wonderful to be here. You can find me at Twitter at Jellyfish Lines. And honestly, I just love this game. Excited to be here with all of you.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Let's kick it over to Logan with Leland on deck.
Hello, all. My name is Logan, he, him. You can catch me on Twitter at Logan the DM. You can email me at Logan the GM because I just talk about tabletop RPGs. That's my thing. I'm all about that life. I think we all are. But I'm here. I'm excited. The doctor will see you very soon.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Hell
we
yeah.
like it. We like it.
Absolutely. Well, let's go over to Leland with myself on deck.
Hey everyone, I'm Leland. I'm also known as Leopold the Just in the tabletop RPG community. I'm a social media manager / professional GM / meme goblin. And tabletop RPG actual player too. I guess I do this quite a bit. As far as what I've got going on next, let's see. Starting late September over on Weave the Tale, I'm going to be running an Urban Shadows show, so keep an eye out on that. It's going to be called
awesome.
Somehow Human. I already got it's like a stellar cast lined up, so it should be cool. It takes place in a fictional New Orleans called Linwood Cove. There should be all sorts of bumps in the night to go and explore, and plus lots of hangovers. If it's anything like any other Urban Shadows game, everybody just goes out and enjoys the nightlife in those types of games usually. But anyway, today I will be playing Jethro Cornwallis, the bad gambler, decent pilot.
Great. Oh, thank you so much, Leland. I am Matt, he, him, and if you want to find more from me, improv and D&D. But now I'll kick it over to our fabulous game master of the night. Ben, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in. This mission is called A Night in Tunisia. We zoom in on the exterior of a space station just outside of Saturn. We hear the voiceover creep in as the title card, Orbital Blues, A Night in Tunisia, begins to appear. I reckon I know the story by now. Sometimes the fates align and the five right people are thrown together at the right time to strike back at an unfair galaxy. Tonight is the night the fates have decided on. 5 unlikely partners: Theo the Kid, Jackie the Muscle, Doc the Cleaner, Jethro the Gambler, and finally, Mr. Liu Chen the Captain have picked their mark. They've fought, shot, ran, drank, gambled, and lied their way to a den of snakes full of the worst type of venomous monsters, a corporate gala. The setting is Tunisia Station, a casino and desert-themed event center in geosynchronous orbit just a few degrees north of Saturn's equator, positioned perfectly to get the best angle on the twinkling sea of diamonds as the sun gently dances along Saturn's rings. Their mark is a man named Clint Bradshaw, the Director of Research and Development for Hippocrat Pharmaceuticals, who is attending HP's annual gala after another year of record profits at the expense of bare subsistence wages on the company planets tucked in the Gamma Quadrant of Alpha Centauri. Director Bradshaw has on his person a key fob that, when plugged into any terminal, will access his personal data vault, the best kept trove of high-level research information in the whole corp. The kind of information that if HP even thought you had it, they'd glass your home planet faster than you could get the first page to load. And inscribed within this digital grimoire, the true name of the devil himself, Rex Mithridatica. The formula for an experimental universal cure-all using prototype nanotechnology pays to manufacture thousands of credits for just one dose. The job is this: get in, get Clint all on his lonesome, lift his access fob, and turn HP's top secret research into open source. Let's meet the crew. Why don't we start with Jelly? Why don't you introduce Theo to us as the fat bass line begins to like plunk underneath.
Theo is a kid, freshly 18. He's been robbing far longer than the years he's been alive, as he tries to put it. And he's been rooting, shooting, and just trying to help out his family the best way he knows how.
All right.
Golly, he will do it.
Wombat, why don't you introduce us to Jackie as the horn hit? Bop, bop, bop.
Well, I suppose with a dramatic entrance, I
Yeah.
think Jackie at some point, I don't know if we've established this somewhere on the stage, but there's gonna be massive like push doors that just forcibly slam open. As now you see as the horn kind of crescendos, this large 6'8", maybe about 230 pounds of pure muscle woman, just standing there with her arms outstretched. You can see that she has on what could be considered regalia, if only she didn't do something to her poor suit jacket and just ripped off the entire sleeves. You can see that even though her beautiful dark ebony skin has cuts of scraps that she wears as trophies on her very body, that you can see the resemblance of a back or a full body tattoo. And you can see just barely skirting over the side of her neck, a little tongue lashing from a black mamba that sits directly on her back.
All right, that's Jackie the Muscle. Let's go to Doc. Logan, why don't you introduce us to Doc?
Following behind Jackie, you see Doc, a short, stocky man, probably also 100 and 230 some pounds, but not muscle, just a little bit overweight. Walking in wearing a gray pinstripe suit, a gray hat, a black tie, and yellow shades over his eyes. He is older. He's in his 50s, actually probably closer to his late 50s. His hair is starting to turn gray and white. He has it in like just large chunky cornrows that go down to like the back of his neck, way back there. And he has a short gray-white beard. He looks serious. You can see he's kind of adjusting his watch on his hand. On his left hand, you can see an image of looks like the head of a dragon is slowly peeking out. And as soon as anyone catches eye with it, he gives you a harsh gaze, as in you have intruded on something you shouldn't have even thought of.
Ooh. All right. That's Doc the cleaner. Let's go to Leland. Leland, why don't you introduce us to Jethro?
All right. So from what I can tell, the group's sort of like walking together.
Apparently, we're doing a reservoir dog.
Got
yeah,
it.
no,
A reservoir
we're
dog.
totally
We're doing a
reservoir.
reservoir dog.
That works for
Yeah.
me. Okay. My character is not quite in view yet in this as far as the camera is concerned. Mainly because he is sitting at a table nearby playing a dice game. And he slaps down like an untold amount of credits. Pretty much all he's got left on just like a friendly dice game. And the guy's like, I can't cover that. What are you talking about? And my character replies, well, I reckon I'll take my money elsewhere then. And he stands up and then pops up into the view, but it's over probably we'll say he's standing like a couple of feet over some scenery or something, like a bush, and he's actually quite short, especially compared to Jackie. He's only probably about 4'11", a stocky build, kind of like a Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny, Danny DeVito, kind of like a Danny DeVito build. And he's got big, thick mutton chops, brown mutton chops and he's bald on top, and he's got a white cowboy hat, and he's wearing a pink button-down shirt, some tight jeans, some tall cowboy boots, and a translucent, almost like iridescent duster that he wears over his clothes.
All right. That's Jethro the Gambler. And now, rounding it off, we've got Matt playing Liu.
Yes. So, as Liu moves forward, you would note his steps are very practiced. He stands at a 5'4". He's wearing a suit with a button-up shirt. His hair is always combed very neatly ever since he was young. But as he moves forward, you would note that there are some bags under his eyes. There's just the faint hint of exhaustion, but determination as he moves forward. This captain of sorts, trying to accomplish this task, trying to maybe get a little bit of revenge, because he, of course, had worked for this organization, this pharmaceutical company, and things didn't quite end as he thought they would have. And right now, he's ready to take that key fob and kick some ass.
And that's what we're going to do. Thank you all very much. Let's get into it. Jim Dandy, I can't believe I forgot to do this. Not that it's like massively important, but I probably could have covered this in our extensive pregame. Who wants to name the ship? You fly in on.
Oh, come on.
Jelly's got a suggestion already.
Jelly.
Yeah.
Jelly, what you got?
Young Americans.
The
Young Americans?
Americans.
That's what it's called, Young Americans?
Yeah, I love David Bowie, and I figured.
All right, let's go. David Bowie
Yeah,
reference.
let's
Love it.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Jethro, you are sitting at the front console of the Young Americans, a part fighter, part cargo ship, but the cargo holds are definitely not legally installed. In fact, most of them are made up of hidden compartments that a lot of you have used frequently to move things around while you've been on the run up to this job. There is the silent hum of hyperspace going on all around you as I don't know if you sit and you're having like a cup of coffee, maybe you're playing like a little like blackjack game, like bloop, 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 bloop kind of thing, until finally all at once the screens around the cockpit lift up and you are directly out of hyperspace with a jolt. Not the jolt that you feel, but just like a car like stepping on its brakes a little too hard. And then in front of you is a giant station floating just above the rings of Saturn. This station, I'll describe it. It's kind of laid out like a top or like a sector. You can see that the docking platforms are down at the bottom because that's where all the ships seem to be coming and going. And then there's a long, thin tube with 3 rings that sort of circle around it, orbiting. And then at the very top, which is also the widest ring at the center, is a giant glass dome that appears to be running like full party lights right now. They are freaking out in there. Clearly something fun is happening. And then jutting out of the dome is one long, tall spire. Now, the lot of you know what all these rings are. There's the docking bay, and then the next ring up, the smaller one, is the vault. The next ring up is the casino floor, and then that big wide one is the event center and a super cool sand feature that rich people use to like be on dune buggies and motorbikes and stuff. So you all have the plans, and then your little comms begin to chirp Jethro.
Yeah.
Young Americans, this is Tunisia Station. Send along telemetry.
Oh. All right. Presses a couple of buttons. Anything else?
No, thank you. Proceed to docking bay 3. Welcome back, Mr. Chen.
All right. Hangs up. Not much of a man with words, you know.
You pull into the docking bay. Liu's credentials working wonderfully.
Great.
As you pull in, you see that there are a significant amount of luxury yachts being parked and valeted around here. What you also notice are several other things inside of the docking bay as you begin to pull in and land. At the far end of the docking bay is an area that is apparently dedicated completely to the maintenance and repair of dirt bikes and dune buggies. In addition, you can see the 2 entrances that go to the skywalk that traces all the way up and down the exterior of this station. Finally, you notice something that makes your heart maybe raise a little bit. You see what appears to be I guess I would describe this ship as more or less like a pit bull's head if there were 2 miniguns coming out of the jowls. And it is currently parked with a team of casino security sitting around it playing cards and smoking.
He gets nervous at first from the firearms, but then sees the opportunity to possibly get in on a game and just sort of forgets about it.
So with the young Americans parked and people ready to deboard, what do you all do? Do you want to double check the plan? Do you want to just start going to it? How are we feeling here?
I think we should. I'll just stay in character. Y'all want to do a quick rundown before we get out of this thing?
Well, right.
Yeah, Doc is fully dressed. He's ready to go. He's getting his cufflinks on, but he just nods like, let's make sure we don't fuck this one up.
Yeah, if we do, we just fight our way out again.
I think it's worth the gamble, you know?
I'd rather
You know,
not.
it's a lot of work keeping you guys with blood on the inside. I don't think you really understand
Inside
how
of
political
what?
science works. Okay, so the red, you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. Let's go over it. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, y'all, before Doc gets too cranky.
Come on,
Oh,
Leo.
cranky.
My blood pressure is already high. I don't need bullshit.
Ain't you got some medicine for that? Just take it.
Yeah, you're a doctor. Don't you have some medicine for it?
Oh yeah, like I have access to medicine. Oh yeah, like I can just get it out of nowhere. Oh fuck yeah, like I would just be on a fucking hi. Let's.
I'm gonna aspirin from the last job we did.
Oh good, my heart won't explode. Great, thanks Theo. I'm gonna sit down and hopefully things will just relax. I'm totally fine.
So,
Would you say
all
like
right.
that? You're not.
Yes. So for the mission, I believe will be in essentially three squads in a way. We will have, of course, our vault team, and I believe that will be Jackie and Theo. We will have Jethro at the ready. You'll have to behave yourself, as of course there is gaming present. But
Well, I'm gonna get a couple quick ones in. I mean,
please, Jethro, if they are quick, make them very quick.
all right. All right.
But Doc and I will be infiltrating the VIP area, and hopefully, when things go down, we'll all be in proper position. Does that sound about right?
As
Yep.
long as I get to hit something, that works for me.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
You always find something.
Let's just hope that nobody shows up that shouldn't show up.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
that
that's the
would
plan.
suck.
It would, wouldn't it? Disembodied voice.
Sorry, I can't help myself.
Jackie, I told you, you need to take those pills.
What? No, they make my head. What? No, they make my head weird. It's fine.
Please take some Abilify.
Okay. So, running up the center of the station is a big, wide, like series of service elevators. So there's the stuff where the catering can go up and down, but then there's also like luxe elevators that are like glass and you can like see out. You split up and head into the appropriate elevators, heading to where you need to go. Which team would like to? So one team, Ben, keep it straight, buddy. Two teams are heading up to the event center, since the event center is also where the sand feature is. And then one team is heading into the casino proper to try to gain access to the vault. You have communicators. So I know that some aspects of the plan may depend on like people knowing stuff that others do and they might not be present. Just, phone home. It's all good. It's a heist movie. Everyone's in constant communication. Let's go. So which team would like to go first? Vault team or gala team?
Please, everybody, don't speak up at once.
Yeah.
Why not Vault Team? I don't know.
Vault team?
Same.
Yeah, let's start with Vault team.
For those that may have missed who Vault Team is, maybe remind them.
Vault team is going to be Theo and Jackie.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the two-person team. Theo and Jackie are going to try to gain access to the vault. Theo, Jackie, you're in an elevator together that opens up. As it opens, it's like a slot machine sound, like, and then it opens up, and you are in like a raucous casino. It does the thing where the camera like shoots across all of the people gambling and then like lands on you two in the elevator. Maybe a little bit like, however you're reacting to what you're seeing, there's a lot going on in here. There is a significant amount of cocktail waitresses who are dressed as like cowgirls or cowboys in like really sexy outfits. And they're running drinks like back and forth and back and forth. Now, I believe, Theo, you're the one that sort of has a point on this, if I recall.
Yep, I sure do. They said hang by the bar and wait. And I'll know.
That's it. We're just hanging by the bar and waiting.
Yes, unfortunately, that's all I got. They said that any more information could put both of them at risk, both of us at least.
All right, fine, I guess.
So you all head over to the bar. Jackie, let me pull this up here. All right. Jackie, while you are walking towards the bar, you see the very telltale sign of someone losing it all. Someone like despondently slides over a chip, loses the hand, and then just kind of slinks off of the bar. And clearly with their tail between their legs is about to leave. I would like you to roll grit, please.
Okay, first roll.
First roll. That's going to be
Yeah.
2d6, add grit.
2d6.
This is a blues roll, and I will tell you why in just a
Oh
second.
no! Sorry, I have like this is my this is my collection of dice.
So while this is happening, Orbital Blues is a very simple 2d6 roll over. So it's 2d6 beat 8. There's 3 stats: muscle, savvy, and grit. Everyone has +2, +1, or +0 in each of them. Everyone also has a trouble, which is the baggage that they carry with them everywhere that they go, and a gambit, which is like a super cool thing they do.
All right, I got my dice. Let me pull up my character sheet. And you said it's grit, right?
Grit.
Okay. All right, I got 1 grit. And then I add it to the roll, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to use my handy dandy. Oh, well, I guess you can't.
I can't see that.
It's fine. I'll turn it off later. I have a dice
Invisibility
tower I'm really
cloak.
proud of. It's fine. Use my dice tower. Okay, so I rolled a 2 and a 4, so that's 6 plus grit, 7 total.
So a 7. So that is going to be a failure. However, if you'd like, you can spend 1 heart and re-roll one of the die. That's called exerting.
No, I want to see what happens.
You want to see what happens? Okay.
I want to see what happens.
So you are briefly reminded of a moment that you had with someone important, where you were sitting and discussing dreams in a sketchy casino bar on your home planet. And this woman kind of looks you dead in the eyes, and then she works here, and she sees a disheveled man walk in, order food, and not be able to afford it. And so she runs over really quick and then kind of taps on the table and then runs back. Seeing your look of confusion, she says to you, you know, I just had the high roller at 2 tables over pay for that man's meal because I know he's not going to notice. And then sort of this wave of this wave of nostalgia and sadness passes over you because you failed the roll. You do not get a blues at this time. Finally, you get to the bar. So the bar has like video poker. It's got like the video poker and the video slots. There's also like the games where it's like the really cheap games that look like they're like arcade games, but really they're gotchas. Like they're trying to get tons of money out of you. Like this place is just the worst. Jackie, you see there's actually quite a few eyes on you as you walk in because you are an enormously powerful, like you look like you're here to like be part of like some sort of a mixed martial arts arena event or something. Like you look like you must be some sort of celebrity fighter. Theo is paid.
Keep looking any longer, I'm gonna have to charge extra.
An entire table of gamblers like, oh nope, never mind. Okay, nope. Theo, you are paid no mind. You're familiar with this move. In Jackie's shadow, no one sees what you're doing, basically ever. But you take a seat at the bar, and bartender walks up and asks you if you'd like a drink. Would you like to order something?
1 Madras. That's it.
Yeah,
Give me a whiskey, no ice.
No ice. You want the good stuff or what?
No ice.
Good stuff, no ice.
You got it. He pulls him. He looks over at Theo while he hands him the drink. Yeah, they always say just one, and then slides it over, and then tab or what?
I just pay him. I pay him in like credit, just pure credit.
Okay. All right. Y'all ain't with catering, are you?
I'm gonna lean in very close, and I'm going to say, "Do you have special storage for the lobsters?"
Oh, lobster storage. Yeah. Come on with me. Back behind.
All right. I'm going to tap on. I'm going to tap on. Oh, I'm going to tap on Jackie's shoulder and say, "We got it."
Wow. All right. Let us transition over to the event team. So Lou, Doc, and Jethro, you're all in the same elevator. You pass by the casino. Even since the elevators are glass, you watch Theo and Jackie melt into the casino ring. You head up to the event center, and it is, oh boy, it's massive. You pop out, and immediately behind you, you are assailed with like as a flurry of dirt bikes passes probably 50 feet behind you, kicking up dust as a bunch of the gala attendants have started doing some races on the dirt bike track that circumnavigates the entire upper deck here. This place is desert themed, but like really anachronously desert themed. So it's like there's like palm trees and like camels and like birds of paradise. Like it's just it's all of it. It's all very gaudy. And then there's more like cowboys that are like the waiters and waitresses are definitely the cowboys. I suggest turning off noise cancel because it cut out. Yeah, that's fine. I was making dirt bike noises. If anyone didn't actually hear that,
I heard it.
I heard the beginning. The beginning.
Yeah, I tried to pull off the mic. It didn't work. Towards the center is what appears to be this giant gala space. This is where we've got the white tablecloths over these long tables. This is where we have like the stage for the keynote speaker. But right now, the lion's share of the people are all gathered around the 3 cocktail bars called Sly's Oases. And that's where they're milling and networking. Lou, you know all about how this works.
Mhm.
And then up front is, of course, the attendance desk, where several people from HR are sitting with the little name tags you write on in Sharpie. And one of the HR people looks up and sort of gestures at you, Lou, knowing that you're more clearly here for the gala than anybody else.
Right. Hello. I'm, of course, here for the festivities. I've brought, a couple associates of mine.
Oh, a woman from HR looks down at like the clipboard that has the guest list. I don't have you down for a +2.
Oh, there must have been some sort of mix-up. I assure you, I tried to call Stacy earlier, but alas, things got a little muddled.
Listen, I'm his personal doctor. The captain has a bit of a health situation. I would, just for your own legal reasons, allow us to kind of get in here without any hassle.
Right. My heart is quite bad.
Doc, roll savvy with the upper hand. So with the upper hand means you roll 3d6, drop the lowest, and then add your score.
Okay. Savvy, you said?
Doc.
Savvy, Doc.
Okay. Okay, I got a 6, a 4, and a 4, so I'll just drop that 4. Total of 11.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
She looks down. Oh, I am so sorry, Mr. Chen. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pried. You're right. You should take care of yourself. You've been on leave for a very long time, after all.
Yes. Thank you for understanding. And Lou is gonna look over to Doc and just kind of give like a big nod of approval. Like, dang.
And my character just
Captain will
rolls.
remember
My
this.
character notices that like moment that they have and just rolls his eyes.
Liu, why don't you roll me a savvy here really quick?
Okay, great.
You can do it.
Here we go.
I'm the savviest one among us, and I haven't.
I know,
rolled one
right?
yet.
Okay. So it looks like I've just barely hit an 8.
All right, you've just barely hit an 8. Your heart sinks just a little bit when you realize that that you got away with the lie, but you never put in a leave request.
All right. Lou is gonna like mentally note that, and just try to hurry us along a little bit so that we're not stuck here at this desk for much longer than we need to be.
Okay.
Do I have to do we all have to show off IDs or anything? Because if so, I'm using one of my fakes.
I think the lie was good enough. They probably won't check
Okay.
IDs, but everyone is
Cool.
going to have to put on their little paper name tag with the Sharpie with your names. So you'll have to
Okay.
at least put a name down.
Okay, I'm gonna come up with another alias real quick.
Okay.
I am just gonna put Doc in big block letters, slap it on.
Hello, my name is Doc.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a
Exactly.
doctor. If he were to write any more, it would have been illegible. So
This is why I write in big block, because most people can read blocky letters. If I actually wrote like they taught me in my medicine schools, it wouldn't work
Forget
out.
about it.
Forget
Oh,
about.
no.
Forget about.
Okay. Where do you all head? There is also gambling on this floor, naturally. There is a mezzanine area that overlooks the dirt bike and dune buggy track. Jethro, you catch a look at like the staging area where the dune buggies and stuff are kept for people to like go and like rent out for just gobs of money. And it looks like the mezzanine kind of like, if it sort of wraps around this dome, then like right at the very tip of it is where that staging area is. What does everyone do?
Are we right now already looking for Clint, or are we kind of waiting for things?
So, unless someone else would like to summarize kind of what the plan is, I can for you as well.
Go for it.
Okay, I will. Basically, the plan that the team came up with was this. Because the gala is going to be too crowded and too obvious, and because the MacGuffin is just way, way too high profile, and Clint is being exceptionally well guarded, the crew has decided to fake a vault heist. Because what they will do in the event of a vault heist is they will evacuate the VIPs up into that central spire that goes above the dome, and that's where the team intends to get Clint alone.
So we're right now just waiting for that. Okay.
Well, you might also need to make sure that you're considered VIPs. Lou is not an upper level executive. They don't care if he lives or dies. Sorry.
It's okay. Lou is used to that treatment.
Oh, buddy.
Are there any VIPs gambling at the moment?
Maybe.
My character's got this. He's gonna just say it to the others, kind of like whisper when no one's around, if that's possible. Is it possible for us to get in a quiet location?
Yes. So yeah, this is definitely the kind of thing where like you can peel off without worry about being noticed. It's a big hide in plain sight sort of thing until you actually get in there. You get the feeling that once Lou gets spotted as coming in, you're gonna have a much harder time staying under wraps.
Okay. So y'all, I got this idea now. I know this is gonna sound like just an excuse for me to sit at one of these tables, but if we can find one of these VIPs around here, I might be able to, get a little edge over them real quick, and then maybe get a favor in exchange for how much he owes me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that favor can let us get in here.
That's a fair point. I think I'm catching what you're throwing down.
Yeah, because if you ain't no VIP, we might need to find an alternative way to get where we need to go.
Jethro, or I look at your name tag and it says buddy on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Sorry. Yes.
Well, buddy, if you can promise me what happened 3 weeks back, that near Pluto doesn't happen here. If you can promise me that, I'll let you sit at the table until it's damn well ready. But if you cause any problem, you'll regret me putting your arm back in place, because then you could have stayed home.
Yeah, I'm still a little sore, by the way, if you got anything for that. But listen now, I can't promise nothing. Mama Fate decides what she wants.
Mama Fate. Okay, whatever.
Right.
Just go talk someone up. I don't care. I'm gonna go look for some food that isn't been sitting in our fridge for like 3 weeks, completely frozen. And Doc is gonna look for some kind of food, anything.
Oh, you know they have a buffet table. It's a corporate gala. Oh, they have got the charcuteries. Oh, have they got the
charcuterie for days?
Yes,
Charcuterie.
days.
Every charcuterie you can.
They got all
Every
the shoots.
All the shakoots.
I want to transition. I want to transition back down to the casino floor, and then we'll kind of split off between the three teams. Now, this is very fun to keep track of. No, I love party splits. I love party splits so much.
No, and just to give you a heads up of what I'm doing at this, just before doing that, is my character's going to sort of observe and listen and try and locate like the richest motherfucker here, and that person's probably a VIP member.
Yeah. I actually just rolled that in the background, so we'll see how that goes
Okay,
when
sorry
we
to
cut
interrupt.
back
Go
to
ahead.
y'all. We cut down to Theo and Jackie, who have been led into the back kitchen area behind the bar. There's people like, they're not chopping vegetables and stuff anymore because like prep is done for the day. No, they're just like plating and prepping and plating and prepping and plating and prepping and just like throwing meat down. It's very hectic. There's lots of yelling. And then the bartender lets you in and then unceremoniously just leaves.
Jackie, you understand that things go wrong. Back to back, we fight our way out, right?
You're telling me that we fight our way out?
Yeah.
It's like telling a piranha not to eat raw fish when there's blood in the water.
We got it. If something goes wrong, we have each other's backs, all right?
Don't worry, kid. I got you.
Thanks.
There's a palpable tension in the back as you kind of realize that like no one's really paying you any mind. Let me think here. Theo, why don't you give me a savvy? No, Theo, give me a grit.
All right, okay. I got an 8.
You got an 8?
Yep.
One of the prep chefs, who's there like he's at a range that's kind of facing you too, and he keeps like nervously looking up and then wiping his brow and then nervously looking down, and you catch a glimpse of him kind of looking off to the side very prominently immediately after he makes eye contact with you.
I'm going to look exactly where he looked.
You see that what looks to be a key card has been left out on one of the counters. It's just sitting there.
I'm just going to do the thing that my one friend back on Earth taught me. And that is the best way to steal something. Just look like you belong there.
Okay.
Look like you're supposed to be taking it.
So you just walk
That's
up.
disguised as a clip. That's disguised as a clipboard and a hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a fire hydrant.
I like wearing construction. A construction vest and a ladder will get you in anywhere.
Oh, for sure.
Anywhere. Yeah. Roll grit for me, Theo.
All right. Okay.
Another grit.
10.
10.
Let's go.
Yeah, you walk up and beautiful. Yeah, you walk up and grab it, and then you just walk away. And oh no, is everything all mixed up? All right, we're good. You walk up and grab it, and then walk away. So, Theo, take a blues for relying on a talent you learned from an old friend.
Got it.
Yeah.
I also
Nice.
took one earlier because I was holding back anger at the casino machines.
We'll circle around to that one. I feel like
Don't
this
worry,
one's
we'll
way
have
more
time
prominent.
to unpack that.
We're gonna get plenty of blues up in here. It's gonna be A-okay. Yeah, so Theo, you have one of the casino manager's access cards. You know that you need two of them to get down into the vault. What are y'all gonna do?
Work, kid. Yeah, one
I
down.
think we should gamble for one. When in Rome, do what the Romans do.
I mean, sure. I was just thinking more like, well, gotta take a piss somewhere.
True.
Accidents do happen in the bathroom.
That is true.
Sure call. I don't mind getting a little rough with it, but and you see Jackie just kind of does this with her hands and kind of like points to the key cards like, hey, you're the one who's more sneaky, I suppose. Where'd you learn that trick anyway?
An old friend, Tommy.
Huh.
Or
Damn.
So are you thinking maybe you'll try to split up, or are you going to try to go together here?
let's try to go together. I'd rather not get split up further.
Okay. If you want to try to corner a manager in the bathroom, you're going to have to figure out where the managers pee. If you want to gamble to try to get the attention of a manager, the best way to do that is to cheat.
Okay. Okay. I think the best way that we can probably get the attention of the manager is to cheat. Sneak it off them. And then head down to the vault.
Okay.
All right.
I guess if things go wrong, then clock him in the chin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got this slick shit down, kid. Follow you.
Thanks.
All right. What's the plan, Theo?
I'm going to find a table. I'm going
Mhm.
to sit down. I'm going to start betting, and I'm going to make it very obvious that I am cheating.
What's like your main like cheat method?
It's swapping cards in.
Oh, you're just being super brazen about this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna
Jackie,
kinda-
while this is going,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that'll probably take a couple of seconds. Jackie, what are you going to do while Theo is being the best, worst cheater ever?
I think I am going to, especially because like kind of like the element of surprise, like, well, they'll also kind of see me a mile away. And well, if I'm also the one cheating, chances are they're going to probably get a couple more guards. So I think in my best interest, it'll be to kind of like wait and cover the kid. I think it'd just be kind of like pretending to either play or like maybe going back in the bar. Jackie's not here for all these like bright and annoying, all these annoying distractions anyway. So
Okay. So you're going to hang back by the bar?
yeah, I think so. She'll probably order maybe like another drink of whiskey.
Another drink of whiskey. Okay. Let me see what we can get out of that.
There's only one drink, right?
Yeah, there's only one drink, whiskey, the way God intended.
I think if you're covering, then you're for what you're about to do, that'll come up in a second here. So Theo, why don't you, let me think here. What do you roll for when you're trying to cheat at cards, but you're trying to get caught? Is that a savvy or a grit? I feel like that's a savvy.
Oh
I think
gosh.
That
that's
sounds
a
savvy to me.
I'm really good at savvy. So either this is gonna make me completely fail that and make me actually like not get caught cheating.
That would be hilarious. I want to roll to get caught. Roll a natural one. So I technically get away with cheating?
Yes. That's the secret.
Sometimes RPGs make you do some weird shit.
All right, I'm gonna roll for savvy, and if I get a good roll, we can figure that out later.
Yeah.
I just got a 9.
You got a 9? Okay. That's sufficient to pass it. So the real subtle trick with like cheating at cards but trying to get caught is that you have to get a few rounds in, start winning, and then you have to like show. So you actually you draw it out for just a little while. Jackie manages to get some sips in on a drink before finally the pit boss grabs your wrist and just tugs you across the table and like slams your head down with your head facing the wrist, and the little card is like poking out of your sleeve. And then he looks up and he motions for security to come over and get you out of there.
Look, man, I'm sorry. It's been a rough week.
I don't give a shit, kid. You're going to the back rooms.
All right.
Usually people beg at this. Usually they like start crying or whatever.
Look, I was caught. I'm not gonna be a baby.
Kid,
Oh,
what the
Jackie-
fuck is wrong with you?
Jackie's just like watching this, just like sipping her eyes and just like just watch it.
So Kid gets dragged away by two security officers. Jackie, what?
I said I'm gonna follow suit.
You're just gonna
I'm gonna down my drink. I'm gonna tail him.
You're gonna tail him? You're trying to be sneaky?
I think up until a certain point.
We'll see what that certain point is when we come back. Okay, so I know what Jethro's going to do. So why don't we look at Doc and Lou? Doc, you're getting some shakoots. Lou, what are you going to do?
Shakoots.
Shakoots?
I think Lou is probably gonna go grab a drink, but try to keep an eye on Jethro whilst seeing if he can spy where Clint is. If Clint is already here, if they're just to make sure that, I mean, our target is present.
Okay. Yeah, you go up and get a drink, and like a few people really give you the side eye. Like they're like, what the heck? Is that Chen? And you recognize a few of them as like, oh, that's Dolores from accounting. Oh, that's Bud from acquisitions. And it's like, they're like, what? You disappeared, I think, 3 months ago without a word.
Mm-hmm.
And your office was cleaned out. You've already been replaced. And now all of a sudden you're at this gala. And you go up and get a drink. And then one of the coworkers from your what division did you work? No, you worked in R&D. That's right. That's how you know all this stuff.
Right.
One of your fellow like lab execs like saddles up next to you with a beer in his hand. He's red-faced. He's already kind of got like a glow going on from drinking. He looks over at you and is like, dude, Lou, what are you even doing here?
Oh, of course, they wouldn't have told you, Gerald. I was put onto a bit of a secret project. So.
What? Secret like with Clint?
Shh.
Like with Clint?
Yes. So, keep it on the hush hush, but that's why I haven't been around.
Wait a second. Are you working on... And he sort of looks left or right. Before he opens his mouth, roll grit.
Okay.
You got this, buddy.
Got it.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Oh, that is a fail. I got a 5.
You get a 5. You are going to do something a little impulsive here. I would like you to decide what that is. Also take a blues.
Okay. Taking that blues. All right. So
whatever this guy is about to say, you really don't want him to say it.
Okay. In that case, I am going to shove him off of his stool.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna straight up shove him and just say, yeah, he's had a lot to drink.
What Gerald gets shoved off of his thing. First of all, roll savvy to not get caught doing that.
All right.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Ooh. Just barely got an 8. Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So no one noticed, even though you've had some people looking at you, no one notices you like subtly like just knocking him off. He is a little drunk. It was not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
He's also inexplicably smaller than you. Like this is a pretty small sized team with the exception of Jackie, and he's still smaller than you. So he lands with a thud, and you see him grab his arm, like, you saw, no, I think my arm's broken. Oh my God, my arm.
As soon as I hear someone yelling my arm, my ears like perk up, and I look over at Lou, and I'm like, I can work with this. And I start walking over. I have in my hand like a cracker with salami and some cheeses, and I'm just what happened? Looks like you got hurt.
Yes.
My arm. These fucking stools, they're made of like this cheap pleather, and if you get a little butt sweat on them, you just fall off, and I hurt my arm. I'm gonna sue this place.
Yes, it was the butt sweat. It was the butt sweat.
Okay. That's not, I mean, technically on a medical point of view, that's not a thing. So so your ass is sweaty and your arm's broken. Who are you? What's going on here? And
I'm
like
Gerald from
like
R&D. Who are you? He looks up. Doc? Is your name actually Doc? Or
That's what does it say on the damn? It says Doc. What? How hard is that to figure out? Oh my gosh.
it's just that's just really strange to me.
Okay, that's Gerald. That's a name, I guess. Doc's a name. Gerald's a name. You're making a big deal out of this. First of all, butt sweat, medical problem. We might have to deal with that. Second up, broken arm, also a medical problem. I do actually happen to be a medical doctor.
Wait a second. You're a doctor and your parents named you Doc? That's messed up.
Hey, have you heard of just... Oh, this is really tiring. Fate. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Listen, do you want to get taken care of, or do you want me to leave you alone back to my charcuterie board?
Yes, I would like to unbreak my arm, please, Doc.
Okay, cool. I help him back up the best I can. Doc is not a sneaky man, to say the least. He's very straightforward, but I do want to, like, while I'm picking him up, I want to see if I can grab an ID off of him. I don't know how important he is as a VIP. I don't know that yet. But I do know that the captain singled this guy out. Again, we weren't in communication. I don't know if he's important, but he singled him out. Maybe he's got something on him.
Okay.
So, when I'm picking him up, can I, like, try and frisk something off of him?
A crowd has gathered, obviously, because there's someone yelling and in pain. So this is going to be kind of hard. Roll savvy against the odds.
Savvy against the odds.
So that's where you roll
basically the same
3d6,
thing,
drop
except-
highest.
Why are you doing this to me? You make grit
I am
stuff.
cruel.
You make grit things. Okay. 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 I'm doing math. I'm 2 5s and a 2. Take one of the 5s. That's a 7. But I have a +1 in savvy. That's an 8.
Yeah. So you kind of scoop this dude, and it is not hard to just nab his ID pass and just like pocket it really quick, because it's just sort of a mess of like flailing hands as this guy's like making a scene.
Yep.
And where are you going to take this poor sucker?
I mean, there's tables, right? There's places he can sit.
Yeah.
So I like make a big show of it. Everyone, clear the way. Give me some room to work. Give me some room to work. And
There's
I
like a
try
hush.
to get him to, yeah. And I try to like get him over to there, and just like as soon as I can sit him down, I'm his arm is not broken. It is just clearly there's nothing wrong with him. He's making a big fuss, but I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. And like the more I say it, I'm trying to like get him like, okay, so good news, you'll be able to use your arm again. Bad news, it's gonna take a while. So here, and I like pull out my card, and it just says Doc. It has no other information. It has Doc in big letters.
And he's like looks at it, looks at you, looks down at it, looks at his arm. What the hell was in that drink? Am I having a fever dream?
Listen, I can't speak for what the alcohol content is doing to your body, but I can tell you, you are going to need medical attention. Excuse me, I'm going to go get the staff. And then I stand up. I look at Lou, and I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here now. Somewhere else. I don't care. Get on the dirt bike. I don't care.
Take a blues for lying for no reason. There was no reason to make a show of that. So take a blues for lying, purpose, just for fun.
Just what the doctor ordered.
While this is happening, Lou, you see the central spire elevator. You can see like the green lights that it's descending downward, and then the 2 doors open. And the central leadership team for HP, along with their mascot, Hippie the Hippo for Hippocrat Pharmaceuticals, comes out of the elevator. And with them is Clint Bradshaw with a really sexy, very short woman on his arm. Roll me 2d6, Lou, and tell me if you beat 8. This is a perception check. Actually, no. This is probably, let's call this this is probably a savvy. We'll take a savvy.
Okay. That is gonna be, oh my gosh, an 11.
An 11?
Yo!
Yes.
Nice.
You You've met this woman before, but you're having a hard time placing her.
Okay.
Or at least you feel like you've met her. But yeah, she's on Clint's arm. You also clock her. Definitely an escort. 100% an escort.
Okay. All right. All right. Lou is gonna just kind of furrow his brow, thinking about this for a second, not able to place her, but he's gonna look over towards where Jethro is and see if he can make like a little signal as far as VIP.
So that's a perfect transition because we transition over to Jethro. Now, Jethro, we rewind a few minutes before all this happened. You have headed up into the mezzanine, into the casino area to try to find a high roller. I rolled this quietly in the background. You spot one so quickly. It's this old, like, Colonel Sanders looking dude who is like smoking a cigar and like bullying what appears to be a bunch of underlings around a poker table. And he's like, what the fuck do you mean I'm cheating? I'm on the fucking board. Do you want your job or not, you piece of shit? Why don't you ante in? Like, he is not being shy about how rich and powerful he is.
Oh, I hate this guy.
On some boss hog level bullshit.
Yeah. Well, my plan is to, we're just going to go ahead and lay it out. My plan is to try and get this guy in such an absurd amount of debt with me that I can get information out of him. But I think it might just be easier to just sort of try and talk the information out of him while I'm playing cards with him.
Could go either way. This is the kind of person that it would be very hard to put into debt. However, this is the kind of person who would be very easy to embarrass in front of his mates.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. I think either way you go, if you just want to play it by ear, I think either tack is going to be effective.
All right. I'm gonna. Hey there, partner. You look like a bit of a high roller yourself.
What's it to you? I'm here playing with my boys.
Well, won't you risk a little bit more and play with somebody you ain't played with before? That way you ain't familiar with my tells or, whatever.
You hear that?
Might be a little bit of a challenge for you.
This guy thinks he can rock the hoss. Have a seat.
All right, now.
I keep switching this dude's accent. I need to center on one. I need to find one and just live there.
Maybe he's just it's the future's complicated.
Yeah, he's got. We're gonna go gruff and ugly and really nasty. Why don't you have a seat? All right, we're doubling the ante, everybody. So,
all right, my character's gonna pull up a chair and he's gonna slide his memento that he keeps from one pocket to the next. It's like a little ritual right before he starts a card game.
Okay.
And he takes it out and kind of looks at it and then slides it into the other and then rolls his sleeves back so no one thinks he's cheating with his duster on. And he looks at his watch, taps it a few times, and puts whatever the amount of chips down are needed. I'm not a gambling person in real life, so I don't really know the terminology.
We'll assume that it's you're only at this ante unless you win a few hands, you're going to be out really quick. Yeah. So seeing the high stakes in the pot, I want you to take a blues here.
Okay.
Because this is we'll see if you live to regret it, but I'm just going to go. You're kind of going all in already here. This is going to wipe you out really quickly if you start losing these. So a few things that you know that this guy's probably cheating. So probably the way to win here is beat the cheat. So you should be at 6 blues.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So how about we roll savvy to see if you can outsmart this guy?
Okay. And so I'd roll. I roll 2d6 and add my savvy.
2d6 and add your savvy.
Okay. Rock the hoss. Rock
the hoss. Rock the hoss.
Rock the hoss.
Sorry, no, 11 total.
11 total. You rock the hall.
Rock the house.
He so when he goes to show, he thinks he's got you because he's been cheating the whole time. But you knew the cheat because obviously you've been gambling long enough, and you know that one of the best ways to take a sucker is like when they know one little cheat trick, get ahead of it and then just crush them. You pull that on him, and he has to, because he's surrounded with his boys, has to like sit there knowing that you know, and like just sort of stew in his juices. And I'm going to give him a grit check.
All right. I'm stroking my my mustache.
He passes his grit check, so he doesn't freak out and flip the table.
Oh, wow. What?
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
So he takes a big old like in there and spits into a spittoon that is like right next to him. He's like, "We're going again."
Hey, if you got the money for it, I mean, I know you got all that fancy stuff on and smoking them big expensive cigars, but I don't necessarily know if you got money behind your words.
He like takes both his fists and like slams them down on the table. He says, "I told you we going again. God damn it.
Oh, we going again with fisticuffs or a game of cards?
We're going cards again.
All right then.
Y'all get you into the get y'all put your guy every one of y'all put your chips in."
Today, Junior.
All right, I'm gonna go all in. I hear that's a word they use.
Take another
Like
blues.
Got this,
That's a
buddy.
word
You
they
got
use.
this.
All right, you're up to 7. Let's see if we can get you to 8 soon. All right, roll that savvy.
All right, let me see. Okay, 10.
10. Oh, you rock this guy's socks. And I'm going to roll a grit check to see how this goes. And then I'm not going to tell you the result because we're going to cut away. We transition over to Jackie, who is staying as close as she can to Theo without like letting on that she's trailing the security. Jackie, you get the feeling that you're going to have to act really quickly because like the second you go into the back rooms where they're taking Theo, you're going to get noticed.
Yeah. Is it fairly, would you say it's fairly isolated in here? So like, especially since they're leading Theo back to somewhere private?
So right now, I guess you can kind of decide how you want to strike. It's going to be a risk reward thing. Right now at this moment, you can, you're on the casino floor tailing as Theo's getting walked towards the exits to the back rooms.
Gotcha.
You can try to strike in the back rooms or you can try to strike on the casino floor or whatever. But you do know that right now, whatever you do is actually less likely to get noticed because it's so busy. When you go into the back, it's going to be really obvious you don't belong there.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to live up to my name as the Black Mamba and I'm going to strike first and strike hard. So
Yes.
Jackie's going to kind of like, as she's kind of seeing this and kind of like clocking everything, she just kind of like cracks her neck, rolls up her non-existent sleeves, and she's going to kind of go and I think, how do I want to do this? I think Jackie is going to be forceful but smart about this. So I think she's going to try and pull some like Jackie Chan bullshit. And I mean this by the fact of like striking them, but also almost kind of making it look like it was an accident or maybe hitting them into something or someone else.
Oh, okay. So you're going to like basically stumble into them on the, like, as they're getting close to the back room entrance and try to like, yes, Theo.
If I'm able to see what she's doing and what she plans to do, I'm going to get ready to snag a key card.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
I guess also to help the illusion, Jackie's gonna kind of start almost kind of doing that like drunken boxing like walk, and she's gonna start mumbling, "I don't got no Santeria. I ain't got no
Okay. Jackie, roll savvy.
All right. Woo! That's a 6 and a 6 plus That's lucky 13, baby.
Oh, baby, lucky 13.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. So you are going to get away with an attack roll here. So we're going to do an attack roll. The way you do an attack roll is it's going to be 3d6.
Okay. Shit, I gotta
You
pull out
pick-
a D6.
It's going to be 3d6 and you've got your muscle in there. Now, here's how the formula works. I really like how combat rolls work in this. Normally, you wouldn't have to do this, but I just want to show off the mechanic. So what it is you pick 2 of your dice that you add your muscle to. If that equals 8, then you hit. You take the remaining dice, and that's your damage.
Okay.
So the goal is to ideally match 8 perfectly, and then the rest is like a really high roll.
Okay. So I got my
Got your
3
3.
dice. Sorry. Roll them. Okay. Okay. So that is 7. So plus my muscle, which is 2. I rolled a 4 and a 3, which gives me 7, plus my muscle, which gives me a 9 total.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rolled a 4 on the other die.
Perfect. Yeah. So you are going to do now. So I have these guys basically assembled as a small gang of 2 dudes.
Mhm.
They had 3 hit points between them. So this is going to effectively get them out of this situation.
Yeah.
Now, Theo, why don't you roll me a savvy and then I'll explain kind of what happens.
Fuck, we got 7.
You can exert. You can spend a heart to exert.
Okay, I will spend a heart to exert. Oh God.
So you pick 1 die and re-roll it. If that one isn't something that you like, you can't re-roll it again. You
All
are
right.
stuck with it.
10.
Hey, all right.
Nice.
You just
So-
heard Jackie's footsteps coming. It's like, oh Lord, she coming.
Yeah. So as you are, as you feel them stumble, you swipe an access card, and then the security are like, "You clumsy ass! What the?" And then they look up at Jackie like, sorry, ma'am."
Sorry. I just go, hey. I tap him on the shoulder. I was like, hey, it's okay. I pat him on the head. It happens. And I just kind of slap him across the face. It's okay. And I just like push him.
One of them's rubbing his jaw really bad, and he kind of looks over at his boy. He's like, I think I need to go to medical. Hey, where'd that kid go?
And Jackie's just gonna kind of stumble up. I really wanna know, baby. Oh.
Theo, you have snuck off with an access card. What do you do?
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to radio Jackie and say, we got him. Come down to the vault.
Got it.
So you don't have a manager's access card. You just have a security card. You need to find the manager.
All right.
I can go beat up a manager real quick if you really want me to.
I'll beat up anyone if you want me to.
Just say the word. I'll beat up anybody.
So I'll tell you this, for the
Literally
sake of expediency, you can assume that the manager is headed down to the windowless back room with 1 light in it. You could figure out where that is and go meet them there.
What do you say? Jackie smells blood in the water.
I say, yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah. Let's stay on this one for just a little bit longer. So you 2 reconnoiter in the back rooms and go and find the windowless beat up cheaters room that every casino has. And what's your plan here? The manager has not made it yet.
I say, lie in wait. Let Jackie do what she does best. And just, okay, how I'm picturing this is that I'm going to wait on the inside wall that's facing the hallway and like kind of catch the door with my foot just a little bit. So that way it doesn't close and lock itself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to let Jackie in immediately.
All right. You let Jackie in. Now, how are you setting up the ambush on the manager? I think is what I'm.
That
getting
is
at
the
here.
ambush on the manager.
I get it now. Okay. I got it. So you're propping the door open. Jackie, what's your plan? What are you going to do here?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just gonna kind of wait. I know, like, again, gotta wait till the manager gets here, but I think I'm gonna try and keep myself as hidden as possible. Jackie's Jackie's a big woman. She's not that stealthy. But I think especially for this, I think the better point of this violence is stealthy violence.
Right. Yeah. MGS up in here.
MGS, yes.
Yeah, let's
Dun, dun, dun,
let's
dun.
have you both roll savvy.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom,
Theo,
boom, boom.
like, sneaking around.
Or a bunch of cardboard boxes are just around you.
I got 12.
I also got 12. I rolled a 6
Oh my
and a
God.
5, and I got a savvy 1.
I got
Holy
2
cow.
fives and, two-
Yeah, it's really, it happens almost faster than you can comprehend it. But the manager like walks in and he's bloviating. He's saying, we got ourselves another cheater. And then all of a sudden, Jackie does whatever she wants to this man.
I just like duck low. I like duck low like Tyson. I just deliver a right cross straight to his left hip, straight to his
Oh.
left jaw. Just shatter it.
Oh, yeah, you crush this guy's jaw and he goes like unconscious. For a second, you're not sure if he's breathing.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Take a blues, Jackie, as you are reminded of the realities of your chosen path.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, you got me.
Brutal.
Finally got me.
Got you with one.
I'm just gonna make sure he's breathing real quick.
Yeah, you see after this, you see like his head. Like I assume like after she hits, she's like, yeah, but then also sees like in slow motion, his head kind of hits the table and he like falls down. And you see Jackie's eyes just kind of like, she just kind of like stops.
I think he's dead. I think you killed this man.
Uh-oh.
We need to go. We need to go right now.
Fortunately, if you're gonna murder a casino manager, you did it in the best room to do it.
Yeah.
I'm taking his key card anyway.
Yeah, you take his key card. You can assume that if you leave him in here, that there probably won't be any consequences, because this is the one room where you can basically kill people.
Yeah.
Think of the number of lives we're gonna save once we release this medicine.
We're making the mother of all omelets here. You can't fret over every cracked egg.
Yeah, just get over it. Ain't the first time we killed somebody. Come on, let's be honest.
So with I bet I could find a way to get Theo a blues over here too, because
Yeah, you probably could.
I actually, Theo, why don't you just give me a grit check and we'll see how we do.
All right, awesome. Where did you go? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, this moment is very sobering for you. This job no longer feels very fun. Take a blues.
Oh, that's 7 or 8. I can't remember.
You should be at 7, I think.
Yeah, I'm at
'Cause
7.
I'm at 6 currently.
You're at 6. Okay, yeah, we're getting close. So we've got 2 people at 7 right now.
Yeah, I'm at
Yeah,
7.
I'm just about to call upstairs, like saying, hey, yeah, I know this is a very big gala, but if you see anybody that kind of looks like me, call me back.
We transition
Excuse
up to
me?
Lou, who has just seen the VIPs exit the elevator, and you hear this call from Theo. Like, if you see B, is it? What did you say? What was the name that you said?
If you see anybody that looks like me, call me back.
Lou, that's when it hits. This woman is the feminized version of Theo.
Oh, would I know how how Theo would take this information right now? Like, have we been together long enough to know? Is it time for me to?
Yeah, he don't know what his sister does for work.
You know that his sister is an escort.
Right.
It is only passingly surprising that she is here.
Okay, so Liu is gonna ask through the comms, how are you doing, Theo?
we might have just killed somebody, but that's okay.
Oh hell, y'all! Come on now.
Well.
Wait. You killed someone?
What the fuck?
It's an accident.
He hit his head on the table.
Oh.
After
How did he hit his head on the table, Jackie? People don't just hit their heads on tables.
Well, they hit their heads on tables when you deliver a right cross to the left side of their chin as hard as an average grown-ass man can swing a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I'm assuming the punch probably is what did it. It's just that table really finished things off. So
Okay. Are you
mean,
guys
to
in
me-
trouble right now?
No. I guess surprisingly, this is legit like one of the best places to murder somebody. But we got.
well, that's good to know. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, no, they're not going to find his body. She goes, oh yeah, no, they're not going to find his body for a couple hours. He's just gonna be here. And you see Jackie just kind of like starts to trail off on the call.
Okay, everyone except Jackie and Theo roll grit for blues. Everyone, y'all.
Grit, you said?
Yes, grit, please.
Okay, got a 9.
8.
3.
3.
Oh,
I rolled snake eyes. I don't know what that means.
Snake eyes.
So oddly enough, rolling grit on a blues check, you want to pass because then you get the blues. Troubles brewing is a very powerful mechanic that you do want access to. So everyone except Jethro, take a blues.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
Oh God, I'm at 7. You got me. I'm at 7.
I'm at 7
7 too.
Oh my god.
This is delicious. Believe me, when I start popping stuff off, you're gonna want to be at 8 because the Troubles brewing mechanic is like, it's how you get out of really nasty stuff. So while this conversation is happening and while Lou and Doc are trying to plan their next move, Jethro, your blood runs cold as the big Haas or whatever the heck, Rock the Haas, as the Haas, he's like puffing on his cigar. He's probably in one drag gotten it like a half-inch down. Like,
oh shit.
You are certain that he's got a shotgun under the table and he's just going to blast you to hell right here. But that doesn't happen. Instead, what happened is his intense eyes that are like locked with you, they look up. And then his whole demeanor drops and you see the cigar drop out of his mouth. And then you hear a voice that chills you to the bone. Why, Jethro, I did not expect to see you here.
Well, I guess my reputation precedes me.
As you kind of turn around and see who you are certain is back there, the first thing you see is the white square collar and the fancy sort of like frock/suit look of a reverend. He has slick back white hair and just sort of that like really like Texas chisel to him. He's got like rings on his fingers and he carries a cane. And you owe him a staggering amount of money. And he looks down at you. Do you mind if I play this paltry little game, Jethro? Jethro, this is the Reverend Roland St. James. You used to fly for him. You used to sit at his private table and you ran up a huge debt and you worked off part of that debt by flying for him. He's a prosperity gospel preacher and he's also exceedingly dangerous. You have watched him kill people.
Well, yeah, you can do whatever you want, Reverend. I was just about to leave though.
No. And he sets a hand firmly on your shoulder and like pushes you down. Oh no, I insist, my old friend Jethro. Now, if you would remind me, and he like sits down next to you and kind of puts his feet up on the poker table and like Haas is like sweating bullets. If you would remind me, how much is it you owe me, son?
Oh, well, I reckon I got it written down here somewhere, down in my pocket.
It's 2,503,
I'm gonna pull out a
37.
I'm gonna pull out a pistol and press it to his chest.
Oh,
You're just holding him up right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like as try and discreetly just quickly draw a pistol and then just slide it across the table into like his stomach or chest or whatever's like, level with the table. And I'm just sort of gonna lean forward and say, "Oh, don't mind me."
My. Now, why don't we find out if God has intended for you to be prosperous or loathsome for the rest of your life? Do not think that any weapon risen against me shall draw me harm, Brother Jethro. And with that, we will take a break.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. I just want to know where I
shoot
am.
this
I wanna know
motherfucker
where I
and
sit.
run. That's what I'm gonna do.
Reverend Roland St. James, the baddest preacher on the fucking block.
Right? Oh my gosh. Okay,
Oh.
okay. Y'all, thank y'all so much for playing. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, so stay tuned for some more Orbital Blues. See you in a second. Bye.
See
Bye.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Chaotic Wonderful. We have been rocking and rolling with Orbital Blues. So let's get back into it. I'll kick it back over to our wonderful game master, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Where we last left off, in the back rooms of the Tunisia Station Casino, Theo and Jackie had just accidentally murdered a manager to get his vault key pass. Doc lied to a man for no reason, convincing him that he had a broken arm. Liu almost got made and then noticed that potentially Theo's sister might be the personal escort of their mark, Clint Bradshaw. And finally, Jethro, just when he was getting the upper hand at a deck of cards against the Hoss, was approached by a mysterious stranger, Reverend Roland St. James, a man to whom he owes money. But let's cut over to Theo and Jackie standing in front of the casino vault, having made it down into the lower decks after leaving the bleeding body of the manager behind in the concrete room with no windows.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
All right. You ready?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, like we planned it.
All right.
Take one of the cards.
One of the cards. Just as you're about to press it up against the pass fob thing, Jackie, you notice the name on the key fob that you're holding. T. Washington. Jackie, why does the name T. Washington fill you with dread?
Well, Jackie, what's wrong?
Oh,
What?
I think I know that guy.
Oh, that's not the guy that you killed.
Oh,
This is the one that got left behind for you.
Oh.
Jackie.
Does that mean she's here too? You see Jackie kind of like looks around a little bit. It's nothing.
Take a blues as you remember the life you left behind. The name seared into your brain, T. Washington.
And that is 8.
Yeah! Oh, let's go. And then boop, 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 boop. As the vault decompresses and then chakunk, just kind of like settles in the open position. You know that you have a short window, roughly 1 minute, before the alarms start going off.
All right. Pop open the door, grab as much as you can, make it look like a robbery.
Yep.
All right.
Both y'all roll grit to keep your cool while you're in the vault for this amount of time.
Okay.
All right, 1 sec. Let me get back to my sheet.
Ooh, okay, no. That is a 2 and a 5, but I have a grit of 1, so that makes it an 8, so that's barely a success. But that's
perfect.
13.
13. Actually, this is a pretty damn good smash and grab. It's like it was set up for you. There's like gobs of cash that are like already in duffel bags, like ready to rock. You wonder if they maybe recently did a cash dump down here and haven't sorted it. It's convenient. Almost too convenient.
Theo's looking at it real hard and like, don't take those.
Why? What's going on?
Old friend who used to rob banks. They do that when they got a tip line.
A tip line.
Somebody told. Somebody knows.
So somebody fucking sold us out.
Theo, take a blues.
Yep, I got it. And I'm at 8.
And that, Jackie, is when you hear a voice that chills you to the bone. That's right, sugar. It was a setup. Now come on out here so I can get a look at you.
I know this voice, don't
Mm-hmm. You do.
I? I'm gonna go.
It's not T. Washington, it's somebody else.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Theo, I'm gonna narrow my eyes, and I'm gonna go, stay behind me, kid. And I'm gonna kind of peek around the corner to see who it is.
You peek your head out the vault, and standing probably about 10 feet down the hallway, not within arm's reach of you because she's smarter than that, is a starkly pale woman. And she is like rail thin. You look like you think you could snap her like a twig, and in fact, you almost have. She's wearing leather pants and just a vest with no shirt underneath. And then she's got like platinum blonde hair in like this like Karen cut, like this Karen pixie cut, and just really pale blue eyes. And then along her body is a tattoo very similar to yours of a kind of a white and gray viper. Well, hey there, Mamba. Been a long time, hasn't it?
Your has been Viper. Say, how's that leg doing?
Healed up just fine. How's that pride of yours?
Still a little bit bruised, but be easily manageable. So, what? Hired pieces of shit like you to help guard this place.
Better than crawling around in the dirt, you fucking hack. She says, you fucking hack, and it like, oh, it sears.
Yeah.
Oh, she used to call you this in the dojo.
Oh, still one better with words, but it's all right. I knew I was better with my fists after all. That's why Sensei left me the dojo, ain't that right?
I didn't need the dojo by the time I was done. But anyway, I think we're about due for an alarm. Now, don't you owe me a dance?
Kid, you got 15 seconds. See how far you can get.
Got it.
Bye.
I'm going to try and pop off a shot at her, by the way.
Oh, just.
No, you see, as you do, Jackie just grabs your gun instinctively and goes, no. This is a dance. Only takes 2 to tango. You understand?
I'm going to look at you. I'm going to nod. And just looking at you like, are you sure?
You see Jackie looks at you and goes, go ahead, kid. Don't get messed up in my business.
All right. I'm going to start taking off running.
You kid, one of your orphans?
Nah, just I suppose one I kind of got a little bit of a liking to. And you see Jackie, I'm gonna full on like fucking Yakuza style this. So Jackie starts to take off her jacket so she can flex.
You see Ghost Viper reaches into her vest and pulls out a pearly white butterfly knife. And she kind of does a couple of spins, and you see and it's like ceramic. It's like a bone white ceramic blade. And she like kind of does a couple of spins and then takes up a stance like ready to come at you. Roll a grit for me.
Okay. Fuck. That is going to be a 7 total, but I'm going to use an exertion.
Okay.
So I am
Reroll
going to
one?
I'm going to spend that to reroll. I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. On this one, I got a 3. So 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9.
Okay.
Let me mark
That's
off
good.
my
That's good. You
turn.
passed that. So you know this knife. She calls it the Viper's Fang because she extra. And it is a ceramic bladed butterfly knife that she has custom laser cut to be like obsidian sharp. You could do surgery with this thing. You also know that she keeps 8 spares in her vest that double as throwing knives. And you remember this just a split second before she reaches in and whips one at you.
Go.
Oh, you got faster. Now let's see if you got smarter. And then she takes up a stance. Describe your stance, Jackie.
All right. Nah, I'm basically just gonna fuck. I think Jackie is gonna kind of take a second. There's a moment where she takes a breather. There is no brawling. There's no street fighting stance. She just now gets into a more traditional Kyokushin karate stance, and she just goes, "Whenever you're ready, you albino bitch."
Oh!
And she's gonna fucking charge at her.
Yeah, and we kind of cut away on the charge of the two forces meeting each other, and there's maybe a with the split frame,
Yep.
And then we cut over to Lou and Doc, who have just spotted who they believe is Theo's sister, who is the escort of Clint Bradshaw, the mark for the night.
She looks familiar, doesn't she, Cap?
Yes, it's got to be her. I think it's her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to take it. We have to focus.
Well, listen, it's better to learn that this is happening now than just at some surprise part during this party. So let's air it all out. Give Theos the heads up. We'll deal with it later.
All right. Theo?
Yeah, somebody tried to set us up.
You are currently running down the hallway, Theo.
Somebody tried to set us up. What do you want? Oh.
She's here.
Oh, actually, that's
Wait.
very good.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait.
What?
What? Okay, wait, we're being set up? Why we have a comm system. We can talk.
Yeah.
Peter and Jackie's comms the sounds of grunting and fighting.
Yeah, somebody from Jackie's fucking nightmare life showed up.
Oh,
And you said my sister's there, right?
yes.
Try to get close to her, mention my name,
All right.
mention me by Theodore. She's the
Theodore.
only one that will call me that.
Okay. Okay. I'm on it.
Just
Promise.
Just tell Dolores that her brother sent you and that we need help. And tell her the plan.
All right.
Just tell her I asked nicely.
Asked nicely. Okay. Good luck.
Thanks. I'm running as fast as I can. I'm gonna try and head up to you guys if I can.
Very well. Lou is gonna look over to Doc. Kind of like a deep, wordless, breathless sigh, and then start heading towards you said the name was Dolores?
Yeah, call her Tempest in front of everybody else, and then if you manage to get her away, call her
Tempest.
Dolores.
Tempest. All right. All right. Okay, Doc, can you, I guess, handle things?
Wait, handle things? What's going? We're doing this shit? Okay.
I'm gonna gesture
Sure.
towards Reverend St. James, and then
You have not
Oh.
spotted spotted the showdown with the Reverend yet.
Yeah.
That will
Okay.
become prominent when it becomes louder. It's up the mezzanine, so there's some defilade
Oh.
going on.
Okay.
Jethro and Jethro is going to have a hard time hitting his comm in front of this guy, so that's off to the side. However, you get the feeling that it would be a good idea to separate Tempest and Clint, long enough for just like a few seconds in order to get Dolores in on the plan. Because if you do it in front of Clint, obviously that's not a great idea.
Right. Right. Okay.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay. Stay with me on this. Okay.
All right.
Here's what I need you to do is trust me.
I trust.
And I
you.
immediately stop walking to Clint.
Okay. What do you take the scene here, Doc? What are you doing?
Yep. So as his entourage is like descending from the elevator and walking down, we're like looking up at them. I look up at him immediately. I am a medical doctor. I might not be able to practice for various reasons. I am a medical doctor, and I want to take a moment to walk up to him and like look as egregious to him and like, oh, like you are a saint. Your medical, like I want to look like him, like his medical miracles have saved thousands of lives, and I want to be appreciative of that. So I want to look at him, my eyes wide, glistening with tears, crocodile tears, as I say to him, Mr. What is Clint's last name?
Bradshaw.
I don't want to refer to him by Bradshaw. Mr. Bradshaw, Mr. Bradshaw, can I have your attention, please?
He looks over. Clint Bradshaw is a big barrel-chested, like ex-laborer looking dude. He's one of those old, like, one of those old, like, white boomer looking guys that just looks like he's been working a factory for like 40 freaking years, but he hasn't been. He's been working R&D, and he's wearing. I mean, it's obviously a nice suit, but he doesn't really care how it looks. And he kind of looks over at you like, "What?"
And I extend my hand, fully like wide open. I'm trying to make a public effect, like scene about this. And like
scene.
as I'm doing that, I look kind of at you, Lou, and I like look quickly at Tempest, and I look back, and I am just trying to pull these two people away from each other.
Doc, give me a savvy. Lou, give me a savvy because we're gonna you're trying to be sly here.
Great.
Okay, I got a 10.
You got a 10? Okay.
Yep.
I also got a 10.
Yes! All right. That's fantastic. Lou, take a blues.
Oh, that takes me to 8.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you're taking a blues for. Actually, I need to be very careful about what I reveal about your blues, but it's related to it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Keeping this one close to your chest is getting into the atmosphere. Yeah, Clint looks over and he kind of looks down at Doc and he's like, "Well, I guess it's always good to meet a fan. It's a party, right? How's this work? Do we do like an autograph or?"
I mean, if you would be so kind, and I pull out a cocktail napkin and a pen.
Don't people usually like network? Like you're trying to get on R&D at HP, or like what's the plan? Like what are you thinking?
Listen, I'm just a humble local doctor, and I have, as your company has done its wares, my practice has gotten easier and easier. I just want to show my appreciation best I can.
He kind of gives a look to some of his entourage. He's like, "Humble local doctor, how'd you get in on this then? It's a private affair. What are you doing here?"
Oh, well, you see, one of my clients used to come from where I practice. I'm just kind of here as his private doctor. He wanted to show me all the great things you do here.
That's kind of strange. And then one of the guys pipes up from behind Clint. He's got a heavy Trans-Centaurian accent, and he pipes up and he's like, "Wait a second, I know that man. Doc, is it? Doc, how are you?" And a man that you cannot place for the life of you walks up and shakes your hand emphatically. "And how are those orphans?"
Orphans? Yeah, they're great. The orphans are fantastic.
He kind of like twists his head. "Now, what's with your accent?"
My accent. I believe maybe you're recalling a little incorrectly here. You see, the orphans are fine, and I'm doing fantastic.
What's
excuse
wrong,
me,
Doc? Cat got your tongue? And then we cut over to Lou as he's like pulling Tempest away.
Tempest, we need your help. We're working on something. Can we
I'm
talk?
already on a job.
No, I know, but this job, we're trying. We need your help.
I don't really like double dealing.
Oh,
It's not like it's like kind of it's not that there's a code. It's just it's a big faux pas.
Dolores. Yo,
Her demeanor changes the second you it's like you true named her. It's like
your brother. He needs your help. We need your help.
Oh, my brother.
Yes. He said that he's asking nicely.
Who's asking nicely, sugar? If you can't remember,
Theodore.
All right. You have the span of one drink because it looks like there's kind of a row going on over there. And you're buying.
Of course.
And it's a good one.
Yes.
And I'm getting top shelf.
All right.
And you're not.
That's fine. All right. Whatever you want.
So,
that sounds like my sister.
yeah. So we cut over to Jethro, who has just put a gun in the gut of Reverend Roland St. James. He looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Oh, don't you understand, Brother Jethro? No weapon raised against me shall prosper."
Tell you right now, once again, as I've told you many, many times, I am not your brother. All right, so don't refer to me as such. The fact that you're here means that you don't understand etiquette. If I'm in the middle of a game with this man here, as grotesque as he may be, you shouldn't interrupt it. If I owe you money, you can talk to me about that later, don't you think? Reverend?
You see Haas like twist his lip when you call him grotesque. He's like, oh, my friend Jethro, I am on a mission of peace. You still owe me a debt, and I see that you have done well at this table. Not quite enough, though. I'm wondering, perchance, for you see, the most blessed among us are also the most prosperous. And I'm wondering if perhaps your fate is about to turn. And I would be very interested in being your spiritual counselor if that were to be the case. But we must put this to the test, shouldn't we? What do you say we stake that gamble of yours on something and see if you can make up your debt and begin the long trials, the long journey towards prosperity for you, my friend Jethro?
What if I went and told you that I don't really maybe want to pay you back right now, and I will be coming into some money. I can get it to you later, but this right here, I need this for what's happening right now.
And what is happening right now, Jethro?
Oh, none of your damn concern.
He kind of like leans back. He regards the gun. I feel like it is my concern, my friend. And then you see him lay the cane against his leg, and he reaches into his vest pocket.
What you pulling out?
And you see him.
I suggest you stop.
In the vest pocket, you see him. He's just sort of twisting his hand towards you. He's obviously got a concealed weapon underneath, and he's pointing it at you from inside of his robe. Why, nothing. We appear to be at a standoff, Jethro.
I'm gonna look up. My character looks over to what was the other guy's name? Hoss, who's probably just in awe.
He is like this guy has gone on the emotional roller coaster of emotional roller coasters.
1 second. Sorry, somebody was asking me a question. Okay. Now listen, Hoss, I need something from you. You need to go ahead and purchase 4 tickets for a dune buggy ride because I want to take my friends out for a little jaunt on the Oasis later. Sounds like it'd be fun as hell. And also, I'm gonna need to borrow your VIP card.
Roland is like looking over at you like, this, what? Roll grit for keeping an unbelievable amount of cool right now.
Do it. You
Poker
can do
face.
Do it.
Okay. So 2, 6, 9.
9 grit. Hoss kind of looks over at you and then looks over at the Reverend. Hey, Padre, how much does this guy owe you? He owes me about 3,500 credits. He regards the pile. Yeah, why don't you come see me? How about that? Come see me. I'll take care of it. Dune buggy ride. That's it.
Yeah, that shit looks fun. Always wanted to drive one.
You came all the way out here to get a dune buggy ride.
Yeah, well, back where I live, back in the swamp, we ain't got no dune buggies. Got 4-wheelers.
I will talk to you later, Hoss. You have a pleasant day, Jethro. Remember what I said. Your fate could be turning.
Yep, and you can go right to hell. That's what I gotta say to you.
You see him relax. He takes his hand off the gun, goes back to the cane. Take a blues because that was, whoo boy, wow.
And I'm gonna spin the gun back like all cool like and slide it back under my like.
Just like,
I've got like a holster like underneath my button down shirt that I just slide it down into. It's like hidden.
So Haas kind of leans in and he kind of looks over at his boys and kind of ushers them to leave. So you trying to like find a good time? Is that way you don't want to go to the VIP lounge? Is that the plan? Looking for a kind of part. Was this like a weird bachelor party or what?
Listen, man, my lot in life ain't as good as yours, and I come to a place like this, I want to experience it, you know. And the dune buggy sounds fun as hell, and you got to be rich as hell to do that. And I bet the VIP people really know how to party, like you said.
Oh hell yeah, they know how to party. You want to have any? All right, yeah, you got it. Absolutely. I'll get you up there.
Yeah, me and my boys though, right?
Yeah,
Well,
your bachelor party or whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever. What do I give a shit?
You see that big old tall woman, big old muscles?
No.
You didn't see her? Oh, how surprised you missed her. Anyway, if you wanna see something funny, get one of your biggest men to try and arm wrestle her.
Okay, yeah, I'll call one of my big guys. Wow, now this sounds like a great time. All right, hey, round, come on. Now tell me about this big lady. And then we cut over to Jackie, Black Mamba,
Story of my
and
life.
Ghost Viper. Ghost Viper is like get the butterfly knife.
you and your fucking butter knives.
Oh, you lucky dog. So Ghost Viper is having to work really hard. So she is going to exert twice to try to hit you.
Oh shit.
Amazing. Ghost Viper actually finally does connect with the ceramic blade, drawing a line like sort of up the side of your chest that like it stings. It don't like this knife is so sharp it actually feels like it's burning your skin off. You take 3 heart.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Oh.
All muscles. No speed. Muscles get cut, honey.
Yeah, and twigs fucking break. And with that, I'm gonna just pull a counter strike and I'm just gonna pop her in the nose.
All right, so what you'll do is you will roll 3d6,
Okay.
and then you will combine the dice, add your muscle.
Okay. All right. I think this should be fine. That is a okay, my muscle. Okay. All right. So I got a 5 and I got a 2, but plus my muscle, because that's 7 plus my muscle, that would get it to a 9. And then the leftover die is 2.
2 damage.
2.
Okay.
2 damage.
Yeah, you reach back and crack her, and you smash her nose open, and she starts bleeding. Now she's able to maintain her composure, and she keeps coming in, like going for strikes after strikes after strikes. Oh,
Come
this
on,
is bad.
I've seen
Fighting
some
a
assault.
God, she is not rolling very well though. She is going to exert 2 more times. You remember, you are like flashing back to sparring with this woman,
Mhm.
and you remember like she would she always called you a hack because you were like really muscular, and you always used your strength instead of like techniques and the styles, especially when you were younger.
Mhm.
And she was faster than you, so she sometimes got some really, like, it was even. But the one thing that you learned while you were fighting her over and over and over again is that she will wear herself out on you. She will just keep coming and swinging and coming and just will not stop until finally she's completely gassed out. You take 3 more damage as she catches you one more time. How many heart are you at now?
I am at 3 out of 10 heart. Okay.
She slices you one more time, and she kind of, like, you see her, like, she's got your shoulder, and she like gets a good cut in, and she just whispers like, I don't think you got one more of those in you. Are you ready? And then you see her like pulling the knife back, and she's gonna get it under your rib cage. What do you do?
I'm gonna say, you want to fucking bet? And I'm essentially going to grab her by either by her hair, by her neck, or like by her hair, and just fucking just judo toss her over my shoulder into a wall.
Nice. 3d6.
Work.
Okay. Hey, let's go. Okay. So that's a 6, that's a 4, plus my muscle, that's a 12. And I rolled a 5 on my damage die.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
oh God, you smack her against the wall. You hear all of the air in her lungs like out from her, and then she just like slams down on the floor. Is she alive or not? Your choice.
I think Jackie is kind of like fucking tired, and you see that she's about to, like, she's essentially doing almost like the karate death move, where like since they're prone, she's gonna like grip her head in her hand and like almost looking about to strike down. But you see that she kind of like, as she goes to give out this final like, she stops maybe about like a centimeter, and she goes, and you see that she just kind of shakes her head, and you see that she just puts her head back on the floor, and she goes, nah, I've already killed enough people today. And you see that she's gonna walk off, and she's gonna walk off.
Before you stand, while you're saying that to yourself, you hear wow, Jackie, you really did it this time. That voice. It's Trixie. We smash over to Theo.
I'm running.
Fuck.
Theo, you are running, so you're trying to link up with them back in the casino deck?
I'm trying to head up, probably to VIP if they will let me in.
Okay. So what happens is you get to where you would get into the elevator to get up into the entertainment deck, and the alarms start blaring. and then the elevators, steel shutters close up over them.
I know that elevators always have a little exit on the top of them. So it's for maintenance usually.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just instinctively head up there.
Okay, so you're gonna like clamber out through the elevator and try to like climb up the floor.
Yeah, to like the next floor if the door is still open, or like try to force the door open if I can.
Well, so the nice thing about these elevators is that the doors are actually attached to the elevator, so it's just kind of it's mostly open, if not.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of a glass pane to keep everything pressure. So you could potentially, after climbing, get up there and smash through the glass.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Roll muscle for me.
Oh, great. I have 0 in that. Nope.
You can exert. You can also declare troubles brewing.
Trouble is brewing. You know
Trouble
what?
is brewing.
You know
You may
what?
now use blues to exert instead of heart. And let me just double check one more thing. Oh God. I promised myself I wouldn't look in the book.
I accidentally rolled, so I got a 9.
Die! Sorry, I promised myself I wouldn't pull open the book, but I do want to double check.
It's
that.
a game with rules. It's okay.
It's got pages. The art is beautiful. I recommend everybody get it.
Oh yeah, no, they put so
Gorgeous
much
book.
passion into this.
Gorgeous.
There's so much love in that book.
So much love in that book.
Like we could just sit and okay. So for the rest of the scene, you can spend blues for exertion instead of heart. You take half damage from all attacks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you kind of have a something like a flashback as you climb up this elevator, and you're with your old crew climbing up the outside wall of a museum. No, wait, not a museum, of a medical warehouse. A medical warehouse. You remember the big job that got you in all of this trouble and sent you down this path. And you're like climbing up this elevator, and it mirrors the sensation of you like walking up the side of this wall to break into this medical warehouse until you finally reach the next floor, and there's just like a glass pane, and you look at your reflection in the glass pane, and for just a moment you see your own face from about 4 years ago when all of this shit started to spin off, and then it's like you again, and you barely recognize yourself. What do you do?
I'm punching the glass.
Kapow! Roll. I mean, we got to get a little damage out of this. Roll 3d6 for combat
All right.
damage. If we're entering combat with the glass.
That is a 7 base, and then 1 damage. That's
What
about
were
it.
your numbers?
2 1s and a 6.
2 1s and a 6. Okay. With no muscle, you actually can't meet 8 here, so you would need to exert if you want to break the glass.
All right. So can I still exert blues?
Yes, you can still exert with blues.
Okay, awesome. I got a 5.
You got a 5? Okay. That'll break the glass.
Yes.
Like, cacao! You shatter the glass. And you're about to exit. Now we're going to kind of extend the idea of scene to basically the end of the night so that you can keep using your stuff. We transition over to Doc, who is being accosted by this guy. He's like, no, hold on. Don't you remember, like, you hooked me up with those, you gave me the tip on the orphans on Titan, the Titanic orphans? You remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Titanic orphans. And we were going to do like this big marketing thing, and we lost complete track of you.
Sorry, things got out of hand. Unfortunately, I had a couple of patients that needed my services. Are you sure you didn't get in contact? I thought Jimmy, right? I got you Jimmy's info. No?
Jimmy? I don't know what Jimmy.
you know, okay, I think we might have to connect. Please, let's go to the bar and let's maybe talk this out a little bit.
Roll me a grit as you start to realize that this lie that you told is so far down the chain of lies that like it is lost in a sea of them. It is gone. You have nothing. You have nothing in your brain about this man.
Listen, when Doc lies, it's not a messy chain. It's just another link.
Yeah.
This was a 13.
A 13. It all comes rushing back. We jump back to a moment where you're sitting on you're sitting in like an apartment on one of Jupiter's moons at some point, and the news comes on, and it's this guy's face, and then like he's doing a marketing thing about how HP, with the help of this benevolent doctor, this benevolent orphan saving doctor, have donated like X amount of this one type of drug to these orphans with critical diseases. And just like they have orphan sickness or something. And he's like really milking it. And he's talking about, you know, like, so if you want to help orphans, invest in HP today. And then like we cut back to this guy. I tell you, listen to me here, Clint. This guy's a genius. We made so much more money than we invested. This guy, this orphan finding doctor, we could have him. He's got a nose like a bloodhound, but it's for orphans. We just look for orphans.
List of skills Doc has.
The
Years of
orphan
medical
hunter.
experience. Yes, finding orphans.
Man, fuck medical school. I got a PhD in finding orphans.
Just know
What are
where
they
are.
gonna do? Tell their parents?
Hey, you over.
Just crushing orphan hide and seek tournaments left and right.
Oh no.
I don't know where we are in the realm of like our perceived, like what is our perception of orphans at this moment? I don't know. All I know is apparently I can find them, and I'm the man for your job.
Like a shark smelling water and a drop of blood in a swimming pool, Olympic-sized swimming pool. I will find those orphans for you.
Oh no. So you mentioned a drink. Clint's like, yeah, sure, why not? We can talk about like orphan medicine or whatever. Is it like a different physiology or like how's that even work? You're the expert here. And then just as he starts like saying that, whoop, 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 whoop. And the whole security on the floor immediately starts heading towards your direction. Clint looks around and like shrugs. The marketing guy is like, whatever. This seems very routine to them. And then they grab Clint and this marketing director guy by the arm and a couple of other VPs. They leave Hippie the hippo. She's not that important. And then and they start pushing them back towards the elevator. They have not grabbed you, Doc.
I mean, I'm looking at everyone else. I'm like, okay. And I just follow.
You're just going with?
Yeah, I'm going with them. I'm assuming that I was invited to the party.
Roll grit to keep yourself real cool.
You can do it.
Okay.
Now, don't forget your gambits, y'all.
Yeah.
That's usually your gambit is going to be your get out of jail free card.
Yeah, well, I mean, I rolled a 5 and a 4, and I have a +2 to grit. So yeah, I'm good. I think with an 11.
So you get on the elevator while the doors close, and like it's at that
I'm
moment
muscling in.
Yeah, you just get on there, and then security like notices you, and then the marketing guy just gives them a nod, and they relax. Lou.
Yeah.
You finished talking to you finished getting Dolores caught up on the plan.
Right.
And Dolores is like, we just need to take like a key thing?
Yes. The
Okay.
key fob.
Sure.
You can do
I
it.
can probably help with that.
Great.
Oh, I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it.
Fair. Do you?
I won't get in your way.
I
And
understand.
maybe if I see a chance to distract him or something, I'll help with that. But I am not going to be culpable.
I understand. I have a question for you. What have you got in your bag?
What?
And Lou will kind of lean in and say, "Do you have restraints of some sort?"
Yes.
Oh, honey, I told
This is
you.
correct.
I told you I'm not double dipping, but yes, I do have restraints.
Great. If you
Oh,
can
no.
get him isolated, restrained, we'll do the rest. We'll pretend that we knocked you out or something. All right? Does that sound okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Great.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
How-
And then
how-
security starts going after you. You see Doc get corralled into the elevator. And you see Dolores like wave a hand at one of the security guards, and she's just like, VIP over here, Tempest, remember? Come on, let's go. And security like grabs her roughly by the arms, and then she just like turns back, looks at you, and says, him too. And security's like, what? Him too. He's part of the act. He's part of the show.
Yes.
Part of the show.
Clint knows what he likes.
So Doc, you see Lou get pushed onto the elevator with you. In the meantime, Jethro, you have gotten Haas's attention, and he wants to get you up to the VIP room. He pays for the dune buggies, and it is at that moment that the alarms start to go off. Now you have a choice here. If you go with him, yeah, you'll be up there in the spire, but you might lose access to the dune buggies because you got to take the walkway down to the buggies.
Gotcha.
So it's kind of up to you. Do you want to try to stay with the buggies, or do you want to get taken along with Haas?
I'm gonna. Well, my plan was to mainly help get others up there, but if everybody kind of has their own route secured, which it seems like.
That's a really good point. I'll say this: in the commotion, you see Theo punch through a freaking elevator.
Yeah.
And then we'll, you know what? I think we need to figure out what happened. Nah, that'll be a surprise. That's going to be fun. You see Theo punch through the glass door of an elevator and like stumble out into the convention center.
Okay. I'm gonna get on the comms and be like, Theo, I'm over here. Or sorry, I'm use my character. Theo, come on now.
Hey, how you doing?
You all right, boy?
Jethro.
Meet me over here by the craps table. I'll start waving.
Okay, thank you.
You see Theo up there. You see Haas like pushing a couple security guys like, hold the hell on. Hold on. I'm waiting for my people.
I'm automatically running.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you reach up there. So now it's you, Theo, and Haas. Jethro.
All right, Theo. Slow your roll now. Calm down. Take a breath. All right, so Haas, this is my son Theo. He just got old enough to drink out here in this part of the solar system. So I'm taking him out for a hell of a party.
You kidding?
Yeah. He got all his mother's looks. Anyway, so I want you to take this fella up there with you. I personally have got to drop the meanest deuce I have ever had to drop because of that damn food over there. I had one of them shrimp rolls, did not settle with me. So you take my son up there, and it's going to take me about an hour. So I'll have to meet y'all up there later.
Lockdown should be done by then, but yeah, just drop my name. That's all good.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, man. And perhaps is is there a bathroom anywhere near where they keep information about these dune buggy rides? Because I might need me some reading material.
Oh, yeah, sure. I think they've got one actually in the shed where they rent the dune buggies.
Oh, hell yeah, that's perfect. That's where I'll head then. I think I got about that much walking left in me before, you know.
I got that much walking before the turtle starts poking out of its shell.
And you just see this bald, fancy looking fucking cowboy Danny DeVito just waddle away.
So yeah, Theo, you get escorted up the elevator with Hoss. Hoss is like, so you got like a favorite drink or what's up?
Madras, actually. Vodka,
Madras.
cranberry juice, orange juice. Sour, tart little thing.
Yeah, I like them sour and tart too. That's cool. And to Doc and Lou's amazement, like Theo just walks on with like this big old Colonel Sanders looking dude.
I'm just imagining my sister sees me, gives me a dirty look. I told you not to do this till you're 21. I give her the.
Listen, we're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. We're not doing this right now.
It's not that kind of party.
In Doc's mind, he's going over the plan. He's like, what stage are we even at? Like, what's going on?
Speaking of what stage we're even at, Jackie, you look up from the unconscious body of Ghost Viper, and there she is. She's a little older. She's a little better dressed. She's a lot cleaner. It's Trixie Washington.
Good.
Jackie, what are you doing here?
I'm kind of here on a job.
Oh, I know about your job.
Right.
I didn't know you were on it, but I know about your job.
Right. I should have manager. Right. I think
Yeah.
that's a.
I'm the day manager.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I should have figured that.
6 years. 6 years, and this is how we meet, huh?
To be honest, this isn't how I wanted us to meet again.
Did you want us to meet again?
I did. I did. I do. Just things kind of got in the way, and one thing led to another, and honestly, and you see Jackie kind of like inhales a little bit too much, and you feel she's like, honestly, I really didn't think you wanted to see me again. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Trixie. I let you down.
Yeah, you really did. You really did. And you know what hurts the most? More than getting cut by an obsidian sharp ceramic knife? Is getting left for street fighting. It's not like, I could have gotten over it. I could have gotten over it if you had chosen another woman or a job or a different life or anything like that. But no, you chose your fists. And all I could think is how long would it be before you chose to use those on me? And that's the only thing that's gotten me through this.
You see Jackie takes like a deep breath. That night was the fastest knockout in my career. And you see, she goes, and the reason why I tried my damnedest to get to you. I didn't even stop to get medical. As soon as it was done, I jumped out of the cage and I ran out the stadium. I ran so fast. I probably tore a couple of muscles. Hell, probably pulled something that I already pulled in the fight. And by the time I got there, it was 23 minutes. I missed you by 23 minutes. And I don't know if there's a way for me to make it up to you, but and you see Jackie kind of looks down in her hands. I just have one more job I gotta finish up.
Oh, what's that? Just petty theft? A casino robbery? This is how you're going to go out, Jackie?
No, it's babe, it's more than that.
What do you mean?
Are you here to stop me?
Well, it depends on what this job is.
You're gonna hear a buzz, and you're gonna hear Theo say,
What does Theo say?
Theo says, we're in VIP. We're gonna get Rex. And it's probably quiet enough down there that Trixie can hear.
Who's Rex?
Part of the job.
That's Latin for king. There's no king. What are you gonna kill a king? What is this?
Are you here to stop me?
I can be or I can't be, but maybe if you would just open up a little bit and tell me what this is, even if we never see each other again, it can still be okay.
I think Jackie is kind of like walking towards her, and like again, still kind of like probably bleeding from everything. She goes, and I think she puts her hand on Trixie's shoulder, and she goes, I'm sorry. I can't tell you. Are you here to stop me?
Roll grit.
That is a 5 and a 2 plus 1, so that is an 8.
That is an 8.
That is an 8.
You kind of see her deflate, and you're holding the key card in her hand, or in your. You are holding a key card. She is not holding the key card, and she just kind of like looks down at it and then shakes her head, and then like just leans against the wall. Jackie, I hope I never see you again.
I think that's probably best. Right. And you see Jackie thinks about trying to say something else and just sighs and just kind of takes one last look, and I think she just limps along and tries to rejoin the group.
Okay. Since you have a casino manager pass, you can access. You can actually. You're going to be able to catch up to them and get up to VIP.
Okay.
So let's all transition to VIP.
Yes. Actually, I want to say, as she's walking away, she's making sure Trixie doesn't see it, but Jackie is also like sobbing quietly.
Oh no.
I also would, I'd like to notify everybody what I'm doing with the securing the dune buggy just before they head up.
Yes, very important. Yeah, Jethro, what are you doing now that you're down? Kind of not alone, but the crowd is definitely thinned out. What are you doing with the dune buggy?
Yeah, we had planned, I assume, an exit where I would need to have the dune buggy parked, so I want to go park it there.
Okay. You are able to park the dune buggy next to the skywalk entrance.
Okay.
I believe the plan is they will have to run down the spire, or you could, if you want to be crazy, you could like floor it and go up the skywalk to the spire. But that's going to be really noticeable. Could be maybe once they have it.
I think what I'll do is find a middle ground between your crazy idea and my boring idea, and I will essentially run up the skywalk and sort of kind of just hang out and act like I'm like taking pictures as like a tourist and like hitting my vape and stuff and whatever.
Okay.
And like just sort of wait for them to come down to essentially help escort them to the vehicle once they start running.
Yeah. Roll 2d6, tell me what the result is.
Just no.
Just a blind one, yeah.
All right. An 8.
An 8. Everything's chill. Everything's pretty chill. It's actually a really nice view. You can hear the silent blare of the alarms in the background.
Mhm.
And then you see sort of corkscrewing up around the station is that pit bull faced gunship that you saw in the docks patrolling around the exterior of the station.
All right. I'm going to definitely just tuck my hat down a bit.
It's like, oh shit.
And then sort of maybe just not necessarily find somewhere to hide, but find somewhere to blend in better.
You're pretty well blended in. Blended in.
Hey, it's a Western. You could say blend.
Yeah,
Blant, you're bland in.
pretty
Yeah.
well blend in, I do reckon.
You're not sure how well bland in you'll be when you're running a dune buggy down the skywalk, but for now you're good.
Yeah, cool. Well, the dune buggy will come in once they've put this poor bastard in fuzzy pink handcuffs and started dragging him down the fucking path.
We turn now to VIP, which is the big elevator opens up and the people walk out. Jackie is not there yet. She will join us relatively soon. The group kind of scatters. A couple of the security guys are like, this is just routine. There's been a vault breach. It might just be someone left the door open after count. We're not sure, but just as a precaution, we want y'all to stay. We want y'all to stay up here, enjoy yourselves. There's 2 floors, a few different rooms. Make yourselves at home. We'll come up and get you when it's done.
All right.
So we've got Theo, Lou, and Doc up here. What's the plan, y'all? How are you going to get Clint alone?
I thought the plan that, well, actually, I don't know that. Doc does not know.
Yeah. So up here, I guess I'm not sure if I know the lay of the land, but I'm curious if there would be any, I guess, like side rooms for more privacy.
Oh yeah, there's side rooms. This is where executives go for privacy. Oh yeah.
Okay. So in that case, Lou is going to keep an eye on Dolores and find his way. He's gonna try his best to be as inconspicuous as possible and kind of like crazy, right? Vault stuff. But he's gonna maneuver over to make sure to fill Doc and Theo in on
Okay.
what he has kind of roped Theodore's sister into.
Yeah. And then do you all split up and keep an eye on things, or what's going on?
I think we came up here separate, so for us to hang out together afterwards would be a little suspicious.
Right.
So I mean, I'm gonna stay with this rep, as his orphan blood dog.
As you do, as you do.
As you do, as it happens.
As you do, and just hang out with them. That's my plan. Kind of, make plans, never to fulfill any of them. But
Gotcha. Lou, you're kind of being inconspicuous. Maybe you've got a drink in hand, and a man saddles up beside you, a familiar man, and he says, "Why, Mr. Chen, how good of you to be here. It's your boss."
Hi. Yes. I thought I'd make sure to show up and I guess
And
say goodbye.
how is your lovely wife? I think that's what I told them. Lovely wife, or was it heart troubles? Hospital stay? Paternity leave. Was it paternity leave?
Look, I just want to enjoy myself, please.
Would you come walk with me, Mr. Chen?
All right.
And Doc and Theo, you see Lou get pulled away after a very intense exchange with a well-dressed VIP. Lou, he pulls you away and he kind of gives a long sigh. I know what you saw.
Yeah.
And I know why you escaped. Surely, seeing something like that, you would have to, right? That's the kind of thing that earns you a bullet between the eyes.
Yes.
Have you told anyone?
No. I haven't.
I put your leave request in.
Oh?
Yes. I even scrubbed the access history to the file in question.
Why?
Because I want to feel like I can trust you, Mr. Chen. There's been an opening in Middle Suite, after all. Now, you already know something. We can't put that cat back in the bag, or can we?
Middle suite, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is there
That's
anyone
the one
else?
where you don't have to work anymore.
Is there anyone else within earshot?
Only if you were to raise your voices.
Okay. And Lou is gonna put on his most gaming smile and hold out a hand to shake.
He grabs your hand and pulls you in close. Of course, you're going to have to be scanned and scrubbed. You are well familiar with what he just talked about. HP has a brain scanning tool, and then they can go in there and they can pluck out memories. It's a very painful process, and it's a little inexact.
Is this doable here right now, or do I have some time?
You have some time. He's not gonna like jab you in the forehead.
Okay. Okay.
You never know.
He's
with
not
these
just gonna
guys,
hit you with the
man.
neuralizer
Corpo
right
guys.
now.
And it has like a plunger at the end of it. He's just like,
Oh my god! But
that's why it's painful.
All right.
So glad to hear it.
I'm on board.
Wonderful. To prove your loyalty, I'm going to need a little bit of help. That elevator door is about to open. And he pulls out a single action revolver and hands it to you. you're going to shoot whoever walks through there.
Oh, all right. And he's just kind of shaking as he receives said revolver.
Jackie, you're in an elevator ascending towards the VIP lounge. You have wrapped yourself as best as you can. Lou, you see the green lights indicating the elevator is getting closer and closer and closer until finally it ding, and then it opens. And Jackie, the first thing you see is Lou Chen holding a single action revolver pointed at the elevator door.
Jackie just looks at Lou, kind of confused.
Well, go on.
Lou is going to make a big show of going towards, almost as though like lining up a kill shot right next to Jackie. And at this point, I'm gonna use my gambit. My gambit is the captain. You lead your crew through thick and thin, and they'll always trust you.
Yes.
And when I do this, I'll order my crew to do something, and they get to roll with the upper hand on that check.
One roll.
Yes.
Yep. What's the order?
So the order is orders are orders. And he's gonna like whisper to Jackie, take me out.
Hey. You see, like, as you like, I imagine like Lou doesn't even have like there's no sound, he just mouths it. And Jackie just kind of like nods and understands. You see Jackie kind of like takes a breath and kind of like get like she kind of made like a little bit of like a makeshift, but you see that she kind of flexes again and she's just kind of getting ready on Lou's signal. She's gonna take him out.
Okay. Jackie roll savvy, Lou roll grit.
Okay.
Jackie, you have advantage.
All right. Hang on. I gotta see if because I was like, well, if we're fucking pulling out gambits now.
You've just got martial artists, so you just can always punch people.
Okay, dope. All right, so I get to roll 2d6 and with advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. So 3d6.
3d6, okay.
3d6 drop lowest.
3d6 drop lowest, okay. 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 The lowest was a 1. The highest were 2 6s.
Nice.
That's it.
So how do you close distance convincingly and take Lou out? Lou, did you roll grit? Did I ask you to roll
I
grit?
rolled grit. I got a 6. So I'm going to exert.
Okay, go for it.
8. Just
Okay,
barely.
you're good. You won't take a whole pile of damage from
Okay.
Jackie. You are able to land such that you aren't harmed too badly.
Okay.
Jackie, what's this look like as you take your boss out?
Oh, I straight up do like a Kyoko Shinkai style like cartwheel kick. Like I don't know if you've ever seen it like the in the tournaments where they like legit just boom, and I imagine that she like gets a little bit of like a sprinter stance because she only needs just enough momentum to give her that extra effort for her to jump.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already pretty tall, so all she needs to do is just kind of kick out her leg.
Gotcha. All right. So in a flash, Theo, Doc, you see Jackie blow into the elevator and take Lou like the hell out. What do you do?
I stand up, shocked and confused. Do you think Doc would notice that Jackie is cut the hell up?
Oh, it's
that
really
obvious?
obvious.
For sure.
Jackie is covered in blood.
Okay.
For sure.
Doc's brain just turns off from marketing boy over here and Clint because something apparently is going on there. And I run over and I'm trying to like separate the two the best I can, going, this woman needs a doctor.
And I'm like, man, like you don't even have to try hard. Like Jackie is like tired. She like landed that wheel, like it's a sacrificial kick. So like she's landed, she's like laid out on the ground. She is like bleeding out. You see like all of these like smaller gashes, but you see like especially these two nasty gashes, like one on the side going from her stomach upward, and the other one like right across her back.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna try to patch her up, Doc?
Yeah, actually, I have a gambit for that. Sawbones
Perfect.
I have the upper hand for any healing that I would do.
Ooh.
So I would like to. We're in a 500 years or whatever years into the future or whatever it is, but some kind of at least stim, some kind of pack that can like heal, stitch up some.
There's
wounds.
probably like I feel like there's probably like a stitch spray, right? You can like something like that.
Like the skin will fuse together. It could still reopen, but it's not gonna like. We won't have to worry about Jackie bleeding out.
Yeah, there's something like that. Okay, so then what you will do is you roll. So Doc, you will roll grit with advantage. Jackie, you will roll muscle.
Okay.
Okay. I rolled a 5, a 4, and a 4, so I'll just take out one of my 4s. That's a 9 plus my 2 to that, so 11.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not good. Do I want to exert? I don't even know if I exert, that's gonna help.
So if one person succeeds and the other fails, you just heal for half of what the result would have been.
Yeah, because Jackie's not feeling so hot. Jackie only got a 6 total.
Okay, that's fine. You still heal 3.
Okay.
So you're good. Yeah. And that's done pretty quickly. Theo, what are you doing as this place is like about a split second from bursting into like utter commotion?
I am looking for my sister, looking where she's taking Clint.
They are already in the side room.
I am going to go to that side room.
You go into the side room while there's a whole bunch of commotion outside, and you see Clint, like, he's blindfolded, he's gagged, he's handcuffed on the bed, and you can see him, like, waggling, like, come on, let's go. Come on, let's do it. Let's go. VIP. Let's go.
VIP.
I hate that guy too.
And Dolores looks at you and shrugs. What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
I'm gonna just whisper, thank you. And
wink.
Thanks. And I am going to snatch his key card.
She just kind of picks it up and like hands it to you gingerly. It's not a key card, it's a key fob. This is it's basically a jump drive. It's a USB device.
I'm gonna whisper to her, where is the nearest port?
She points out into the main area. There is a computer out in sort of this main hallway where now everyone is like standing agog at the situation. Lou, the boss of yours goes and like tries to step on your wrist before you can go for the gun. Lou, roll savvy to compose yourself.
Okay. Nine.
You're able to skirt
nice.
away, and you actually you snatched the gun.
Great. Okay.
Doc, Jackie, you're in business now. How are you going to contain things? You see that Theo has walked into Clint Bradshaw's side room.
So I'm assuming Theo's got this. I've been hiring this kid to do jobs for me for a while. I trust him. I look at Jackie like, are you okay?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Jackie goes, physically, mentally, or emotionally?
Well, at this moment, all I care about is physically.
Oh, then like shit.
Great. I need to get this woman out of here and onto my ship where I can help her.
The dude is like, that man has a gun. Someone stop him. And like several of the executives start going after Lou.
I just like reach up. You just see Jackie just kind of gets up, reaches up, waddles over, and just like gingerly grabs a loose hand with the gut hand and just kind of like lifts it up. And just like I imagine just like gingerly, because like she doesn't actually want to hurt Lou, but just like gingerly is just holding him in the air by one of her arms. Is that better? I just stare down all of the execs.
Yeah. They kind of put their hands up, and then Theo walks out holding the fob, and everyone kind of gasps, like, what do you have? None of the execs know what to do. And then one of them looks over at the elevator and hits a big red button that just says panic on it. And the alarms inside the VIP suite start to go off. You have very little time.
All right.
Does my character hear more alarms going off?
Yeah, just in the
from where he's
distance,
at?
you hear the alarms up in the VIP ring. Like you're like, oh, it's
all
almost
right.
it's about to go down.
He beeps in. What in the hell's going on now? I need an update. I'm parked out here and ready to go.
All right. We're gonna be over there in about 3 minutes. I look at Lou and I'm like, "You good, Captain?"
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I set him down. I kind of like pat him nicely. And the boss dude that he was talking to, I'm just gonna without a second thought, I'm just gonna spin and I'm just gonna gut. I'm gonna check him in the fucking gut.
You're like, "Bah!" And the guy like doubles over. And then are you guys going for a daring escape, or are you gonna try to hit a terminal right now?
Daring escape?
The daring escape. Like
Yeah,
the terminal can wait.
Okay.
During escape.
So that's when you pop. Oh, did you want to do an action, Doc?
I just wanted to like kind of clean myself up, and I'm looking. So before we do anything, I want to assess the situation. Are do I assume with the panic button the elevators don't work anymore, or is that?
Yeah, those elevators are shot. The only way you can use those elevators is if you have a security clearance. However, there is a skywalk that you can go down.
Oh, I took that key card from security.
That's casino security. This is event security.
Oh,
All right,
dang.
Skywalk it is, boyos.
Skywalk.
I pull out my Dillinger that I've been hiding. I shoot in the air. And I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Kid, you're with me. Hang on. And Jackie's gonna get up and she's basically gonna scoop up the kid and just like fucking just like put the kid over her shoulder.
Piggyback.
So you haul ass, and then finally you see Jethro like ripping a vape, and then Jethro, you see them coming. They're like a herd of cattle.
Yep. It's like that one scene from Indiana Jones, like start the plane.
Oh yeah. And Jethro quickly stashes the vape in one of his duster pockets and coughs a little bit on it, like, and it just starts running over to the vehicle. And he's like, "Oh hell yeah, I ain't got to drive one of these yet."
So as you get down, you're winding the corner down the helix, and you get down to events, and you're able to get the dune buggy that you parked. Just in time, you hear like zook, zook, as bullets start flying over your head, impacting the glass, the glass in the sidewalk, puncturing holes in it, and then little decompressions. Yep. As the holes leak into the void of space. But then, you rev the dune buggy. And then all you got to do is make it down to the very bottom of the station, exposed in the skywalk.
Okay, so...
Super easy.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to crank it up and... Well, not crank it up, but sorry, cranked up. But I'm going to, pedal to the metal and go and meet them, wherever they're at. I'm going to go even further, even if it's dangerous.
Yeah, you're able to load them up. Yeah, everyone's able to load up into the dune buggy just fine.
Okay, all right. Oh, so everyone's there. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah, I like toss the kid in. The kid in the trunk and I like hop in. I'm like, all right, Jethro, let's go.
One of y'all's gonna have to ride on the back. We only got enough room inside for one. Hold on, quickly counts the Zoom boxes.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4, Jethro, 4. Jackie's already like fucking hanging on the back.
All right, perfect. All right, and my character goes, bet them low, roll them high, win them high. Shit, I messed it up. He messed up his own catchphrase, which is totally normal for him to do.
That sounds about right. Yeah, Jethro's never actually gotten his own catchphrase right.
He gets it wrong every time. Let's just say that's him.
Know when to hold him and know when to fold him, Jethro. Let's go.
And he says shit and just slams it down and starts hauling ass.
So you start hauling ass down the tunnel as a few more bullets like streak over your head. The dune buggy is way too fast for the bullets, but you know what the dune buggy isn't too fast for? You hear
Fuck.
as that pit bull ship with the miniguns pulls up alongside you Harrier style, and then you watch the chain guns begin to like go nuts.
Shit, watch out, it's Mr. Worldwide.
I would like to turn the vehicle. Even if it requires me to start driving backwards, I would like to turn the vehicle away so Jackie doesn't just get lit the fuck up. You know?
So, okay, I like that. We're going to get a piloting check from you. Theo, what do you got?
Are the people that are piloting this thing exposed?
Yes, but that's a really hard shot.
I'll try it.
That's right. Okay, so let me get so what we're going to start with is we'll start with a pilot from Jethro. So Jethro, this is going to be savvy. And then to make sure that not everyone gets completely lit up.
I'm gonna have to exert myself to
Probably
for a reroll there. Yeah.
And I'll warn you, full transparency before you declare. I'm actually doing kind of a mixed result here. So the higher your roll, the better the outcome.
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and then I exerted and then I re-rolled it and then rolled a 1 again. So, you know, that's just how that goes.
What's your ace
so
pilot gambit do?
I only got a 7 total.
What does your ace pilot gambit do?
It does let me re-roll, I think.
I think it automatically gives you re-rolls or...
Oh, let's see. Okay, so I can always use savvy instead of mobility.
Mm-hmm.
And I can spend I can spend a point of heart to choose 2 options instead of 1 when I roll a successful helm ship action. Okay, yeah, so I actually
but you blew
it doesn't help me in this scenario. Yep.
So you get about halfway down, and this is bad. This is not great.
One time I roll terrible all night.
You get about halfway down the helix, and the whole time it's just like punching through the glass as it starts to decompress really violently. And you see Theo like bucking, like trying to get this shot lined up, and you go to turn it to get Jackie out of the worst of it, and you flip the dune buggy, and it rolls end over end, chucking people out of it. Now everyone is going to get winged for 3 damage each. Because that was not a great outcome. And the dune buggy is kind of like laying on its side. You can try to right it. You can try to use it for cover, but this thing is going to continue lighting you up. Wow. Theo, you want to try to take that shot?
Yeah, I'm taking cover and taking that shot.
All right, let's go.
So 3d6, right? Drop the highest.
No, so it's 3d6, meet 8.
All
and
right.
then the remainder is and it's 3d6 plus savvy. The remainder is your damage. So just roll the 3d6 and tell us what numbers you got, basically.
I tried to prevent damage from one character and ended up having damage done to all the characters instead. I feel like that's like the worst outcome I could have gotten.
Not a great gamble. What did you get there, Theo?
6, a 3, and a 2 plus my savvy.
6, 3, 2 plus your savvy.
Just 2.
So 11 with 2 damage.
Well, let's see here. 3 and 2 get you to 7. Oh, if you had 3 and 3, you could do 6.
Well, wait, because it's 3, 2. Well, that's still because you said 6, 3, and 2.
So we got a 6, a 3, and a 2. So you got to combine the 6 with like the 2. So you're only going to get 3 damage out of there. You could exert the 2, try to get a higher number, then you can use the 6.
I'm going to use my blues.
Oh, we're using the blues. Yeah. Exert that 2. Let's see what we get.
All right.
I got a 4.
That's enough.
Great.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So Theo lines up the absolute most ridiculous shot, lets one fly, and it actually cracks the window of the pit bull ship. And you see like the fine red mist like in the back, and then the one dude inside starts immediately like choking as the air in the tiny cockpit just gets completely released, and then the glass like blows out the front.
Oh,
And then the ship, like still hovering sort of Harrier style, begins to wobble and wobble and wobble, and then it starts to roll towards you all.
shit! Holy shit!
What do you all do to try to avoid getting destroyed by this thing? You have a little bit of time.
I think now, does everybody have to say when storms are brewing, or?
No, you can call it whenever you want.
All right, cool. I think at this moment Jackie's gonna call a storms are brewing.
Trouble's brewing, baby.
There's
Okay.
trouble's brewing. Thank you. And I think at this point she's gonna kind of like remember back to what her master taught her, and I'm gonna flavor this like Jackie's basically like her reflexes get super enhanced.
Okay.
And I think for her, she's gonna try and see how many people she can grab and just toss out of the way.
Okay. All right. So yeah, roll muscle.
Okay.
I'll also make this sliding success.
Okay.
The more people you beat, the more you beat it by, the more people you save.
I got a 5 and a 5 plus 2. That's a 12.
What?
5?
That's a pretty okay. Yeah, 12 was the threshold. So Jackie, you hop out of the dune buggy, and everyone is still in it because they were all wearing their seatbelts like safe passengers.
Okay, can I like Flintstones this shit?
And
then?
so
I
feel like you just shove the whole dune buggy out of the way.
Perfect. Yeah, we don't want that to blow up.
Yeah. Yourself, unfortunately, taking 4 damage as when you try to dive out of the way, a whole bunch of like glass and the explosion almost hits you.
You said 4, you said?
4.
What happens if I'm at 3?
If you're at what?
I'm already at 3.
You should be at 5. You got healed.
Because I took the damage from the I was at 6. I took the damage from when the buggy rolled over. That put me at 3.
Now I remember.
Yeah.
So when you are at 0, you're basically like out.
Okay.
You can decide if that results in your death.
One thing I want to point out. I want to point out something. When he declared trouble as brewing, right?
Yes.
Yes, that has the
You
damage.
take half damage. You take half damage.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah!
You're at 1. That's amazing.
You're at 1.
Barely holding on.
Thank you, Logan.
I live, bitch.
What a bad bitch.
So in the interest of getting things going, you are now able to take the rest of the skywalk on the dune buggy down to your ship, the Young Americans, and you board it with the MacGuffin successfully in hand. As you pull away with no one in pursuit, leaving a trail of chaos behind you, the last word is Lou, who has a secret. Lou, knowing what you know, what do you do?
All right. What we just secured, and he'll hold up the drive. Well, I'm sorry to say we're not done yet, but we've been through a lot. So if you don't want to be in with me for this next part, it's okay. It's fine. This isn't some miracle cure. This, well, is access to his data for a devastating bioweapon. I need to go to a terminal. I need to get to a terminal and delete the formula, release the results so they know what HP has been up to. Because we can't let this get out, and we can't let them get away with this. But I I've asked so much of you. So much of all of you. So, if you're not with me for this, I wouldn't fault you.
Jethro, how do you respond?
Well, whatever I got to do to bring these scumbags down, I'll do. So,
Doc, how do you respond?
You know I'm a doctor. I heal people. When people get hurt, I fix them. Let's go fix everyone.
Jackie, how do you respond?
Jackie looks at everybody, kind of thinks about the moment what Trixie said to her, and you see she kind of beams back up in her once again her like flamboyant or her exaggerated flamboyant mask, and she goes, "Well, somebody's got to keep all you short kings protected, right?"
Theo, how do you respond?
These motherfuckers nearly killed my sister. I'm taking them down.
And that's
Jackie
when and that's when and then we just have like the smash frame of like boom, bah, 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 Young Americans, and then the credits start rolling,
Yes.
and then it's
Young Americans.
Yeah.
And that's the game, baby. Orbital Blue.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was so sick.
did.
My cheeks hurt from smiling.
You almost
I
did.
want you to know that.
I
This is so
almost
fun.
died. There
Came
was
close a couple
blood
times.
everywhere.
Damn, Logan. Yeah, Wombat owes Logan one of his 9 lives.
Yes.
That was
Ooh, you
Oh,
came in
good.
clutch twice.
yeah.
So good.
That was
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
wild.
Okay. So, holy crap. That was absolutely amazing. First off, big thank you to Benjamin for
Yeah.
game mastering. That
When
was
you
so
were-
good.
When you
Thank you.
were reading the intro, I'm sorry, I just have to say,
Yep.
when you were reading the intro, I got fucking goosebumps.
Thanks.
Goosebumps, you understand.
I'm really glad I couldn't see anyone's reactions while I was doing that. I have to look at it in a different window because that's
I'm the same way.
That would have been very distracting to me.
Oh man, it was just like, and then like
Set the
how you
scene
just-
really well.
You set the scene and you just oozed. Like I knew
Yeah.
who these NPCs were by you just using your words and like how you describe them, and I'm like, this is wow.
Oh, thanks so much.
Like that
everyone.
was just absolutely. I just got to
Yeah.
give props to props for dude. That was
Absolutely.
absolutely
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. I really want to thank all of you for being such amazing players. It was one of the most fun Session Zeros ever. In addition, there's just been nonstop chatter going on in the background about how we want to do this and how we want to make it fun and cool. God, this is like, I feel like I found a dream table. Just the perfect mix of just wonderful personalities and just
Well,
really
we'll have
cool
to do a
folks, so.
freaking part 2. I mean,
I
there's
guess,
obviously a
yeah.
cliffhanger.
You got to take down the man for real this time.
For real.
So thank you all very much. Y'all are just wonderful and gracious and fantastic role players and every one of you. So I'm glad you all had fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And of course, I mean, over at Chaotic Wonderful, we have to thank all the
Yes,
players.
yes.
Y'all were so wonderful. So phenomenal.
Chaotic also.
Chaotic, wonderful even.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And of course, from all of us, big thank you to y'all viewers for tuning in.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, y'all are absolutely wonderful. We love seeing what y'all chime in with. And before we say goodbye, let's go to each of our cast this evening as like a final, who are you? Who were you tonight? And where can people find you? Let's start with Wombat with Benjamin on deck.
Well, it seems it begins with me and shall end. Hello, everyone. If you, as always, I am your lovely King Dapper Wombat. If you enjoyed the shenanigery that I had here with Jackie, you're going to love what I do with the Tales Adventure Agents of Boo. It is a set in a homebrewed world. It is a Magitech diesel punk setting with a mix of The Witcher, Men in Black, and Hellboy. And it is about the player characters who are secret agents who hunt monsters, kill wizards, and get loot. If you want more updates, you can follow us on our Instagram and our Twitter of @agents_of_boo.
Oh, hell yeah. Now let's kick it over to our GM, Benjamin, with Jellyfish on deck.
Hey, everybody. I'm TT Benjamin. You can find me on Twitter at TTBenjamin1. I am the host and dungeon master of the Lawful Great Adventures podcast, a Pathfinder first edition podcast about four friends on a long journey home. We wrapped up our first campaign about a year ago. We're working on our second campaign now, about to go into Arc 2. And we've got a big switch. Might as well talk about it. We're switching from Pathfinder to Quest. So I'm going to have to redo my thing. I'm switching to Quest. I'm doing it. I'm tired of the math. I don't want to do math anymore.
It's a good system to just be like, no more math for me.
Yeah, I'm
Quest.
done math. You do Quest now. So we're switching systems. I'm just really excited about the upcoming season. We played A Quiet Year to build out like the entire city of Carefall, which is the capital city of the continent that we've been foreshadowing for 2.5 years now. So we're finally there.
Yeah.
You can also catch me on Thursdays. Esper Genesis Revelations with Atomic Zero, where I play Asimov. We're playing Esper Genesis, which is a 5e sci-fi reskin. Really fun, very good. Good cast, wonderful people. And then on Fridays, I am playing Aether and Steamworks with Roll for Chaos on and the show is called Delinquents, where I play the good version of Reverend Roland St. James. That was the character that I borrowed.
The good version? Is there a good version? I don't believe you.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. So thank you all very much. This was a blasty. Cheers. Jelly.
Great. Thank you. Let's kick it over to Jellyfish with Logan on deck.
Hey y'all, Jellyfish Lines here. Find me on Twitter at Jellyfish Lines, where I'm way too polite, way too political, and I love all my characters and everybody that I play games with. I played Theodore Floros tonight, just a little Appalachian kid trying to find his best way through life. And
Hell
picked
yeah.
Just a small town boy.
Thank you so much, Jellyfish Lines. Now let's kick it over to Logan with Leland on deck.
Hello. I am Logan. You can find me on Twitter at LoganTheDM. I'm mostly pretty independent, so I'll pop in on someone's stream at some point. Actually, I'll just promo real quick because I didn't think about it earlier, but you can catch me in September on twitch.tv/XrowCrow. Where I will be playing in Silver Vine, which is about an historically all-black magic college. You can find me playing as August there and see what kind of shenanigans I'll get there. But for this game, I was Doc, the wonderful healer man, and I won't call him a swindler, but like I said, every lie that he has, he just adds to his
Snake oil
chain.
salesman, if you will.
Yes. Orphan bloodhound. Anyway, that's me. Nice seeing you all.
Orphan hunter.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Logan. Now let's kick it over to Leland with myself on deck.
Hi, everybody. I am Leland, aka Leopold the Just. You can find me pretty much everywhere on various social media platforms at Leopold the Just. I managed to score the username. Pretty proud of that. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Man, what a fun game. Stuff I'm doing. I did think like that I need to plug a thing because that's gonna be cool. This Thursday we're gonna be playing our second episode of Quietus with some modified rules to make it last longer than a one shot. It is a melancholy horror game, and our characters are currently in a small Texas hill country town with creepy townies looking for our mutual friend in college who's gone missing in the area. And the whole episode was just like, was kind of normal, but then at the very, very end, things started getting really weird. So we left on a really neat cliffhanger that we're going to pick up from. So pretty excited about that. I'm playing a failed YouTuber in that game.
Oh, nice.
And I'm kind of there I'm kind of in a sad way, kind of there to exploit my missing crush, like for views. Like
no, as any good washed up YouTuber does it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm trying to document everything for to help out, aka try and get views. But anyway, but yeah, so that's gonna be cool. And then in late September, like I said, I guess the 25th, September 25th, I guess will be our premiere. Or maybe like the 23rd. I don't know. Just keep an eye on Weave the Tales Twitch or Twitter page. But yeah, I'm gonna be running the Urban Shadows 2E campaign. It's gonna be really cool. Oh, and that other game I was talking about is gonna be on twitch.tv/wanderingdm. So anyway, that's this
Fantastic.
Thursday at around the same time this game started.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Leland. I've been Matt. I played Lou, our captain, this evening. And if you want more from me, you can find me as Improv and D&D across all the socials and Twitch and YouTube. And also over here, Chaotic Wonderful, on Thursday, we are going to have our second episode of our Vassin campaign, as well as on September 1st, we will have the second episode of our Wanderhome campaign. And on September 6th, we're going back with some more sci-fi with some Starfinder. So please mark your calendars, keep an eye out for us. Now, well, thank y'all so much for being here. You've been absolutely incredible. And well, in this crazy world of ours, in this chaotic world of ours, don't forget to be wonderful. Take care, everybody.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
I'll miss you.
Bye.